Okay, thank you, dedicated Mark W. and Rob Bob presents organist. We have a live organist in the house. He's over there somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, welcome to Old Games on a Weekday. I am continuing my NetHack run already in progress. If it wasn't clear by the NetHack screen you see before you. I'm streaming on a Monday, which I don't usually do for my Old Games streams. I'm gonna try to squeeze in 2 Old Games streams this week so I can move my NetHack series along more quickly. I'm going to try to do that every time life affords me an opportunity. I'm just thinking about how my last run took 13 streams, which meant 13 weeks and basically a quarter of a year, and then I died. I might do better than that last game and do like 20 streams or longer. I can always play some of the game offline, but I'm kind of enjoying playing the whole thing online. I think there's a certain charm to that. When I did win the game once on stream, I was definitely playing offline somewhat. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully 2 streams this week. I am rejoining the game here. You can see my character is Uga, the elven wizard. Not a very elvish kind of name or elven kind of name, Uga. But that's what I called my orc wizard at first, and then I died with him. But I just stuck with the name and chose an elf. Hello, Eric and Ryan in the chat. 2 of our super regulars, but Ryan has the #1 crown for tonight, apparently, Eric. Or is it vice versa? I don't know. It says #1 for Eric. First it said #1 for Eric, and then #1 for Ryan, actually. Whatever. All right, where were we here? We were in the Gnomish Mines. Last time when I played, it was a new moon in real life, which means 1 less luck in the game, because NetHack actually checks the phase of the moon in real life. It's a simple algorithm, really. You can do that without without having an enormous database of every full moon. I mean, it wouldn't be that big, but there is some algorithm that, in other words, there's just some numbers you can crunch that determine the moon phase on any given date. I don't know how to do it off the top of my head. You can imagine it's probably not that difficult though. And so it's neutral right now. It's not a new moon. It's not a full moon. And with that said, let's check my drawing tool, the important thing. I know Ryan watches my streams just for this. So I could be like, hi, Ryan. And that's the worst penmanship you'll ever see, ever. I actually do have a tablet, a drawing tablet. I wonder if I should use that for my screen drawing. It's a matter of having the desk space for it, but that could be fun. I would have finer motor capabilities, essentially. What's the right term for that? Basically, I could draw with my hand more accurately. Right. Let's put this silliness aside and get into the seriousness that is NetHack. Yeah, what happened last stream, or what's the general thrust of what's happening here? I am an orcish wizard. Sorry, elven wizard. I have some pretty good stats if you look below. Pretty much everything is decently high, except maybe charisma, and wisdom's kind of a dump stat. I don't actually use it as a wizard. Wizards use their intelligence. It's always been a thing in like D&D where clerics use their wisdom for like their healing kind of magic, and wizards use their intelligence. And the explanation is wisdom. I don't know. I don't know why there needs to be a distinction, but the way people typically describe the difference between intelligence and wisdom is, I can't remember like a snappy way to describe it, but basically intelligence is like knowing, complicated math and memorizing facts or something like, maybe, I don't know, ability to memorize facts, but wisdom is more like having common sense. Maybe it's like intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a vegetable. No, intelligence is knowing that tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing that tomato is a vegetable. Something like that. In other words, wisdom is about the common sense. Anyway, I am in the Gnomish Mines, which is one of the branches within the main dungeon. And it's a whole separate area of several levels. And if you can see down at the bottom here, it says dungeon level. Actually, why am I not, oh. No, I'm sorry. Everything's rearranged a little bit from when I had it last time. The status stuff is on the bottom instead of the right. I think that's because the way I size the text in the window, it decides how to fit it in dynamically. Anyway, no matter. It's fine. But there is some wasted space on this side. I don't think I want to fiddle with it live, though. Anyway, dungeon level 11 is what I'm on. Which my intuition says that the last level of the Gnomish Mines might be the last, very next level. Dungeon level 12. It's a random level every time, but there's like a range of it. Something like dungeon level 9 through 12 or something like that. So I'm pretty sure it's coming up real soon. They call the final level Mine's End. And there's a few different fixed layouts to Mine's End. And I'll be looking that up in the wiki for sure, because I play shamelessly these days. I didn't used to always play this day, but shamelessly looking up stuff in the wiki. So we can look up Mine's End and look what we're gonna look at. What we can expect is between dungeon levels 10 and 13. And I am on 11, about to go to 12, because as you can see, I pretty much explored this level entirely. So it might be next, but it's either on the 8th or 9th level of the branch. So if you look at where we started the branch, that can give us insight into where the last level might be. The stairs were down to the Gnomish Mines on 3, so that means 4 was the first level. And so the 8th or 9th level, you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what I was just counting there. No, no. Let me try again. 4 is the first level, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I see. So it's probably the next level, I think. Yeah. Okay. If I'm off by 1, it should be the level after that. I don't know. I forgot how to count on my fingers. I am pretty tired today. I am having some tea, but it is not caffeinated tea. It is ginger tea. And that is lovely. But Ryan says in the chat that every fantasy game owes a lot to D&D. Well, yeah, this game like very directly borrows a lot from, especially a specific version of D&D, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition. There's a lot of differences too, but it pulls a lot of stuff directly from that, especially monster related. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm just trying to process, get my mind going here. Try to think about, it's good to talk about what I want to accomplish. Obviously, I want to win the game and not die. But I keep talking about this. Here's kind of a goal I have in mind. Hey, look, I got a pair of combat boots. A goal I have in mind is to take these 3 magic markers that I have in my bag of holding. I have a blessed bag of holding, by the way, which makes everything I put into it weigh a quarter of their original weight. So they're 75% off. What a sale price. But if you look in my bag of holding, you can see I have, among other things, I have 3 magic markers, which are very powerful tools. And my hope is I've been showing this like stream after stream. My hope is I can get to the point where I can write scrolls that are unknown to me, spell books and or scrolls, because wizards have a special ability that other characters don't have. It's all about this one chart here. If you are a wizard, depending on what your luck is, you have a pretty good probability of being able to write anything, any scroll or spell book, whether or not you have identified it, with a pretty good probability. So I'm hoping to get to one of these levels, preferably the 98%. You need luck of 11 or greater. If you're a non-wizard, all the probabilities suck. If you really max it out, you can get a 33%, but that's still not great because you use up the magic marker charges, which are very valuable. I'm on a mission to genocide. I want to genocide a bunch of stuff that are terrible. The worst monsters in the game. If you can wipe them out via Scroll of Genocide, that's a huge, huge, huge boon. Wizards can do automatic writing, says Ryan. Yeah, they can. They're good at writing. Here are some common genocides. Yeah, I pretty much agree with this. These are some creatures that are so nasty that you just want to nuke them from orbit. And they are the Liches, the Mind Flayers, the Sea Monsters, Rust Monsters, and Disenchanters. For some reason, I feel like I can handle Rust Monsters and Disenchanters pretty well. And I can usually handle the Sea Monsters pretty well. But the thing about them is they're in the water, right? But you can usually avoid walking too close to the water. But the thing is, many of these sea monsters, if you are near them, their attack pulls you into the water and you drown. Game over, just like that. You know, you have a chance to roll your saving throw or whatever under the hood, and you can, I think you can grease up your armor to reduce their chance of getting a grip on you or something like that. But they're insta death, so they suck. Mind flayers, they're terrible. They eat your brains. They can kill you by draining your intelligence, and draining intelligence sucks as a wizard. I believe a unicorn horn can undo the damage because those things are OP. But still, even when they get you, even when they don't kill you, they can cause amnesia, which means you forget identifications. You can forget map layouts that you've already explored. It really, really is bad. One of the main, like, I don't even want to say side quests, but one of the main informal quests. It's not a formal quest. One of the main informal quests in the game, like a major task you have to do, is to identify not necessarily everything, but a lot of stuff. You have to identify a lot of stuff. So that's always really devastating when a mind flare makes you forget your identifications. Liches do all kinds of horrible things too. They can curse your stuff. They can destroy your armor. Oh my god, you don't want to mess with them. Yeah. They do a monster spell, which is listed in here. Monster spell, that all kind of stuff. They can do all kinds of horrible things. They can also do summon nasties, which it can summon some of the worst things in the game, including major like demon lord types. Like I don't know, these guys, Yinogu, Demogorgon is like probably the hardest monster in the game, by the way. So you don't want to fight Demogorgon. It has nothing to do with the thing in Stranger Things, by the way. But Stranger Things named their creature Demogorgon after D&D. But they're really not really horrible. And they can also cast summon nasties in turn, I believe. So you could have like, oh, you know, this lich makes Demogorgon come, and he'd probably kill you alone, but he could also make, you know, Yinogu and whoever else summon. But it depends, you know, like, it looks like these guys only come in Gehenna, which is like the end game area. Still, you don't want to deal with a lot of these guys. Anyway, the point is those guys suck. But also, these symbols, LH, semicolon, there's different types of them. There's different like species within the character, right? So Mind Flayer, well, actually the letter H, you can just look for the letter H probably in the wiki. So an H represents all of these humanoids. They're like, I guess, shortish humanoids maybe. So if I wipe out, well, let me backtrack a little bit. If I get a scroll of genocide that is uncursed, I can type out the name of one of these species or creature types, whatever you want to call it. For example, I might type Mind Flayer, or I might type Master Mind Flayer. But as you can see, I would have to use 2 scrolls to get Mind Flayer and Master Mind Flayer. But if you get a blessed scroll of genocide, you pick a character, and all of the creatures under that character get wiped out. So I would be killing all these guys, and sadly, I'd be killing all the hobbits and dwarves too. But tough luck for them, I guess. But one thing you have to be careful of, if you play as a dwarf, I'm an elf, so I'm fine. But if you play as a dwarf and you wipe out lowercase h, you kill yourself because you're a dwarf. You're lowercase h. Ryan says Mark's a little too gleeful about this killing. It's so good when you can pull it off. There's some people that play, you know, people give themselves sort of achievements, sort of. I forget what they call it. Like, I guess conducts or... Anyway, one of the ones that people give themselves as sort of a challenge is they call it Extinctionist. That's when you play to make everything extinct. So those people are really crazy. You can see it here. It's an unofficial conduct. That's what they call it. The creature is extinct after 120 of its kind are generated. So if you kill 120 of something, it's just gone from the game. Anyway, what else is there to say? Yeah, so I want to get luck. The way I'm thinking about getting my luck is, well, for one thing, at the end of Mind's End, which I'm about to hit, you get a luck stone, which, as you would think, it gives you luck, but there's some details to it. I think it makes your luck less likely to expire. Modifies your base luck and luck timeout while carrying. Yeah, so you always have this concept of a luck timeout. If something gives you luck, it times out after like several hundred turns, and turns go by pretty quickly in that. Like every time you like tap to move one space, that's one turn. So you could easily move, you know, like the 500 or 600 turns to make your luck expire in like, you know, 5 minutes or so. Depends on what's going on in the game. But a non-cursed luckstone adds 3 luck. Non-cursed means uncursed or blessed. Cursed luckstone subtracts 3 luck. You don't want to put it in a bag because it'll have no effect on your luck then. What about the timeout? Cursed luckstone prevents the timeout of negative luck. Blessed ones prevent the timeout of positive luck, and uncursed ones prevent both. Okay. So there'll be no more luck timeout. Wow, that'd be great. So what I'm thinking is I get the luckstone, and eventually I'm going to find a black unicorn. Black is co-aligned with my alignment, which is chaotic. And there's a thing. If you throw a valuable gem at a co-aligned unicorn, you get 5 luck. So that's what I think I'm going to do is get the luckstone, eventually find a black unicorn. It'll turn up. I have a decent sense for how frequently you'll find them. You're not going to find like a million of them in the game, but I'll find one eventually. I already found and killed a gray unicorn, which is for neutral alignment. But I'll find one, throw it 2 gems, and then I will have awesome luck. And then I'm going to go crazy writing magic markers like writing scrolls and spellbooks with magic markers like a fiend. One thing I also want to do is get myself some spells. I am a wizard. I should be focusing on spells a lot. I will have to blank out some spell books to write them here. One spell that I was thinking of getting, because, you know, as I mentioned, identification is such a huge thing in this game, right? And it's a major, like, quest to identify all your stuff. You can learn the spell of identify. So instead of having to seek out these relatively rare scrolls or writing them or whatever, you learn the spell and you just cast. So that's pretty awesome. The only issue there is it's a divination spell. That's the school of magic. If you look here, there's a category of magic for each one: attack, escape, healing, matter. Divination is one in which I am not skilled. See that? I'm only really good in attack, and I have a little bit of enchantment. So I'm not sure what my probability of failing will be. Like on that last screen here, oops, it tells you your fail percentage. So I don't know. It might be like something like this one, because the spell of identify, I think is level 3. It's a level 3 divination spell. So I think the math would be similar to this one here, and because I'm unskilled in escape at level 3, I have a 69% fail rate. So I think it would be the same for identify. But if I keep casting it repeatedly, you know, it's worth it. So that's one thing I want to get. I also want to get a better weapon, magic spell attack that I mean. Probably magic missile would be the next step up. And Ryan says, why would anyone curse an item in the first place? You mean like in the lore of the game, or like why would I want to curse something as my character playing the game? But if you mean the former question, who the hell knows? Things are cursed. It's NETHACK. All right, that said, let's continue. I have a pony or a horse and a doggo. My dog's right up here. I think his name is Leoncito. Yeah. And there's the horse. A tame horse called Fred. Okay. So yeah, I think we just want to head to the stairs. Let me poke around a little more. Statue of gelatinous cube. That's funny. Who makes a statue of some of these things? You'll find like a figurine of a red mold. Okay. All right. I guess we'll just head to the downstairs. Yeah, I think I was. By the way, one thing I was doing a lot last time was doing price identification. So I learned what some things were, and I had a fun moment where it was like a coin flip. Of I was either going to drink a potion of paralysis or a potion of restore gain ability, and I had blessed it. We used the holy water intentionally to bless it, and so I narrowed it down just logically, just by using deduction, to one of those two things, and it turned out to be a blessed potion of gain ability, and I got far too excited. A large cat is attacking me. Ryan says the in-game reason for cursing. I don't know, evil wizards or something. Who the heck knows? But actually, sometimes I'm gonna kill this cat. Unfortunately, sorry, cat. When a bones level is generated, which means the game decides to save your your dead character as a ghost. All the stuff you had on hand is salvageable by the next player who finds your level where you died. But they're all cursed. All the objects are cursed. That's one way cursing happens. And I guess you could say it makes sense because you're dead and you become a ghost and therefore your stuff is cursed. I don't know. I'm applying this whistle, trying to get my pets over here. I think I have a leash, right? Should I just put a leash on one of them? Yeah. At some point, I unfortunately am going to have to say goodbye to my pets. I'm probably going to lose them. It's a certain point where it's more trouble than it's worth. I don't know. I like having them anyway. But I'm still a soft and squishy guy. You know, my hit points of 74 are not great for someone this far along, but that's just how wizards are, I think. I'm not sure if it depends on my constitution or my character class or both, but it's not a lot of hit points. Like if I were a Valkyrie at this level, which is experience level 10, I think I'd have like 120 hit points or so probably. All right, here we are. This might be Mind's End. It looks a little weird. I can't really see because it's dark. But there's a lot of gnomes around, as you can see. Do we have any source of light? I do have a lamp. I don't know if it's got any oil, but let's try it. Okay. Ooh, all right. This is Mind's End, I can tell you that. And somebody threw a potion of blindness at my face. And I am blind, but because of my telepathy, I can see all of the monsters on the level. All living creatures that have brains, basically. And Ryan says the monsters have a thriving art sculptor scene. Yeah, apparently. Who's making those things? That's the weird thing. Who's like making these sculptures? Anyway, let's check out the Mind's End levels. Again, it's one of a few different possible layouts. There's one called the Mimic of the Mines, which I think is what we have, considering there's it's lowercase m is mimic. Mimic. There's another one up here. The red one is probably like a giant mimic, though. Another one down here, too. There's also the Gnome King's Wine Cellar. The Catacombs. So there's 3 of them, that's right. Mimic of the Mine. This level contains 7 hidden places. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so does it look like this? I think it could be this. Yeah, I don't think it's conclusive, but it looks about right. You can see where the monsters are. Like, you can see, like, you know, there's... On the map, there's some areas where nobody can be unless they dig a tunnel. So you can see the general shape like this seems to match, like, going by where the monsters are. So that, coupled with the presence of mimics, makes me think that's probably the one. And I'm skimming through a couple other ones. All right, well, let's explore and see what it looks like. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's the mimic level. All right, is there anything to worry about here? Let's see. Being blind isn't that bad. Let's grab this potion before they do. What is that potion? I don't know because I'm blind. All right. The funny thing is, it might be something I've identified. I'm not sure if it would tell me. Well, okay. Potion of blindness is yellow, so it's probably another blindness potion. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm in no rush to grab it. I guess I'll try to grab it if I can, though. Auto pickup. The Gnome Lord hits. I gotta keep an eye on my intelligence, on my hit points. Because, you know, again, I am soft and squishy under it all. Kill the Gnome Lord. Kill the Gnome Lord. Kill the Gnome Lord. It's kind of funny. I see, like, 4 viewers, and then we actually get into the action, and that's when everybody drops. 2 people drop. I don't know. Alright, here's the Gnome King. Let's shoot him. Shoot him. Smell it's the Gnome King. Shoot him again. Maybe it is the Gnome King's Wine Cellar if there's a Gnome King here. Let me review real quick. Does it say there's a Gnome King? I mean, that would seem to be common sense. They don't really talk about the monsters too much in the wiki here. They do talk about in the Catacombs level, which I don't think I'm on, there's 2 random vampires. Don't want to mess too much with the vampires, I suppose. All right, I'm going to keep shooting the Gnome King. All right, I killed him. 2 worthless pieces of yellow glass. Kill that gnome. Leoncito grows up into a large dog. Yay! Leoncito the dog leveled up. You know, I might want to put on my blindfold just so I can see where all these jerks are. All right. I mean, I don't think anything here is of concern. Except maybe this large mimic, if that's what it is. It's a large mimic mimicking something. Yeah, so all these mimics, this has got to be the mimic level, right? I was just thrown off by the Gnome King for a minute. They're all mimicking something, so they're going to show up as an object when I encounter them, actually. For now, I will remove the blindfold. Staircase up. I just want to get these crossbow bolts off the stairs so it doesn't hide the stairs from me. 2 Gnome Lord corpses. They're not too old, right? I could eat one. Delicious. Let's eat the other one. All right, I'm still not satiated, so I'm not full after eating 2 gnomes. Another short one. I kept finding these. I don't know what they are. I think I have like 3 of them. 1, 2. Yeah, I might as well test one. Gem called green and soft. What is this thing? A horn. Okay. Oh, now I am slow. All right. Put the potion of blindness in. Potions are heavy. Let's put the horn in. Is this some kind of special horn that I should know about? Doesn't mention a horn on that on the wiki for that page. All right, the wiki for this level. I mean, your lamp flares considerably. All right, so my lamp is gonna go out soon, unfortunately. A boulder. Okay, this makes me feel like there might be tricky logic potentially. Perhaps a puzzle to solve. Well, I mean, I think all I can do is push this, and then I'm going to be blocked, but I might have to, like, dig through it one way or another. If you look back here, there are... all walls are undiggable. Oh, boy. Oh, you can dig through boulders still, though. So there's 2 S's here. I'm, like, right about here, I think. Pushing the boulder. And if I keep pushing it to the left, it's going to block me right in this space. But these S's are something. Oh, secret doors. And then there is a star here. If you look at these things. Yeah, so each of these gems and stuff, there's like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 6 piles of stuff or in a nothing. I think they're all represented by the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so there's 7 piles of stuff. I think they're shuffled up. And you can tell what's in the pile by looking at this looking at this cheat code right here. Listed in the order from bottom to top. So whatever I see on top is what's there. However, here's the thing. If you notice, a luck stone is on top for this pile. A lodestone is on top of this pile. They're both going to look like gray stones to me. I won't know what they are. But a lodestone is terrible. It just is very heavy. And a luck stone is great because it gives you luck. On top of this pile is a mimic pretending to be a luck stone, which will appear as a gray stone to me. Over here, there's a mimic pretending to be a lodestone. Over here, there's a mimic pretending to be a flint stone. Maybe he looks like Fred Flintstone. And on this pile, there's a mimic pretending to be a touchstone. Oh boy. So I haven't identified touchstone either, but that is something you can rub your gems onto, and it helps you identify them, I believe. So the thing is, I can tell which ones are the mimics just by putting on my blindfold. And one of them is right here. And that corresponds to, yeah, right through the secret door below me. So I know that one has a mimic. Is it worth going for anyway? Probably. Yeah, like if you look at this pile, it's a mimic pretending to be a luck stone, but I can also get a diamond and an emerald and some worthless glass. And it's good to keep track of what you've found. Like when you identify one of these piles, like check it off. So you can, by process of elimination, I think, try to find what the luck stone is, which is kind of the ultimate goal here, really. I'm going to take some notes. All right, let's go over to that mimic first of all. Let's take off the blindfold. Could even put on my glasses so I search better. There we go. Hidden door. It is locked. Use a key, I guess. Skeleton key opens all locks in this game. It's kind of the thing where I think the spell knock kind of sucks. Because it sounds kind of cool. It's a magical spell that unlocks any lock, but you can just find a random key lying around that does it for you. So what I might do is actually blank out my spell book of knock when I eventually try to write my own spell book, which will probably be identify or magic missile or something. I'm searching and searching. There we go. We found the next one. Apply the key. Okay, what is this guy here? A bugbear? All right, let's kill the bugbear first. Lamp seems about to go out. Sure. What are you going to do? Bugbear, are you there? Here's the small mimic. So small mimic means it is... Here's my note screen. Oh, I should have... Actually, I don't know if I could have. I was going to say I should have seen what it was trying to... pretending to be before I searched and revealed it to be a mimic. But I think because I haven't identified any of these kinds of stones, it would just say a gray stone anyway. Anyway, I know it's not a lodestone or a luck stone. It's one of these piles. Depending on what's next, I might be able to identify which pile. So let's kill the small mimic first. Cancel the small mimic. Alright, kill the bugbear. So next, we have a violet and soft, followed by green, followed by white and soft. All right, so looking down here, I believe it's this one here. Oh, it could be could be either of oh, look at that. There's a lot of them that overlap in color, so it's a little tricky. I think it's pretty much any of these at this point. But the diamond is not going to be white and soft. So I think it eliminates that one. It's either this one here, amethyst, emerald, glass, white glass, or violet glass, emerald, white glass. All right, so the white is not worth getting, and I might as well name that as worthless piece of white glass since I've figured it out through process of elimination. But the question is... Oh, I guess the green gem has to be an emerald then, therefore, right? Yeah. So we can identify white and soft as white glass, green gem as emerald, and the top one is either going to be amethyst or worthless violet glass, and I don't know which one. But let's check. If I've identified amethyst already, that would shed some light on that. Oh, I have. Look at that. I already have identified amethyst. Therefore, it cannot be that. It must be... The pile must be this one here. Violet glass, emerald, white glass. Assuming my identification here was correct. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. I wouldn't randomly call something an amethyst. All right, so I'm going to cross off this guy from the list. That's the one we found. And I will name these things hopefully correctly. All right, so let me review again. This is a worthless piece of violet glass. Violet and soft. That is capital M. All right. Now we can drop that. We don't want that anymore. Might have others. Eric says, I imagine your character walking around with a printed copy of the wiki. You're like, I printed this out from my Google Chrome browser. Oh, look at that. Now that I have that identified, I know that I had a stack of 8 of these already. Worthless piece of violet glass. So I'll drop those too. Pick up the white. White and soft is going to be worthless white glass. So that is capital O. Worthless piece of white glass. Drop capital O. And then we have the green gem, which is an emerald. Which is valuable, and that's cool. All right, I might as well eat this bugbear. All right, my lamp has gone out, so now I am poking around in the dark. I think I have candles, but they're so crappy. They last like 100 turns or something. I don't know. I got a blessed candle. I'm not gonna worry about it for now. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next pile then. I might have some more glass in my bag that I can just drop, so let's check that. Yeah, this one here, white glass. I already had a whole bunch of that. And that's always a clue, by the way. If you have like a stack of 9 of a white gem and 1 of a white gem, chances are the 9 are the glass because they're much more common. Ryan says wizards should have light spells. Yeah, I think you can learn a light spell. I just don't have it. So there's a hobbit shooting glass at me with his sling. I'm just going to rush towards him like I'm some kind of a berserker here. All right, I'm a wizard, but I'm going to charge into combat. Eat the hobbit. Yummy, yummy. Chrysoberyl stone, or however you pronounce that, and oak wand. Huh? Okay. I really ought to start zapping wands more haphazardly. At other things, that is. Alright, the dwarf threw a dagger and hits Fred. I was curious about the short wand because I keep finding those. So let's try zapping the short wand. To the right. What did it do? Oh, that was digging. Okay, so I have a bunch of wands of digging. Cool, because remember that boulder's in the way. I can dig through it now. Kill the dwarf. I don't want that dwarvish crap. Rock trap. Fortunately, I'm wearing a helmet. Eat the gnome. By the way, one thing I was thinking is, when I was offline, is I might want to kind of by default put on polymorph control, because if I polymorph, what's going to happen is I lose my magic resistance cloak and my silver dragon scale mail, and I'm going to like get upset for a while. And actually, it says you turn into the dragon. I would be a silver dragon because the scale would absorb it. The scale mail would absorb into my body or some crap. That's how it works. But I would lose it, and once I return to human form, I'd be upset. But let me try to gauge how much food I actually have. I have 2 food rations on hand. These are basically nothing. You have to kind of gauge, do you have enough to handle having 2 rings? I guess I have 6 altogether, which ain't bad. And I also have a couple of extra bonus stuff. There's also, the idea of how paranoid I really need to be. Stealth is great to have too, because you could like walk into a room full of monsters and they're all like not paying attention to you. You kill them one by one. But I'm gonna put on polymorph control right now to assuage my paranoia a little bit. And the point of that is when you polymorph with polymorph control on, you can choose the form you turn into. At least I'm not sure actually if the dragon scale mail would override my choice as well. I hope it would not. Because when you don't have polymorph control, you turn into a silver dragon, right? This gets absorbed into your skin. Anyway, I'll just try it. Hello, Leonardo Wilhelm. Welcome. He says, welcome. He says, good evening, good kind sir. Ryan said the constant hunger reminds me of Gauntlet. Oh, that's an interesting comparison. Yeah, because in Gauntlet, you have those, the ticking time bomb that is your life. Anyway, I wanted to look at the map again for this Mind's End level. By the way, Leonardo, I am shamelessly using the wiki, as you can see. I'm going to head like this way and check out that secret door. Right, should I use one of those candles just because? Why not? I think later in the game you need a bunch of candles, right? Blessed candle. Let's do it. Blessed candle. Fortunately, you can use light sources without requiring a hand. In other words, you don't have to unwield a weapon or unwield a shield or whatever. So where is this? Right here. Here we go. Door is locked. Succeed in unlocking it. We have a mimic again, right? It's a stone, but let me put on the blindfold. Oh, it's actually not a mimic there because I would see it with my blindfold on. All right. Haha. Leonardo's making a joke about Eric Johnson playing a tasty guitar solo. I'm sure he's never heard that one before. The one I've gotten my whole life, or not my whole life, but since the early 90s is Marky Mark. Unfortunately, there's no other variations of Mark, really. I'm either Mark or Marky Mark. All right, so here we have a gray stone, red and soft, and ruby. So let's take a look at our list here. Yeah, so all right, since I've correctly identified ruby, we know that it's this top one, right? I don't like that my screen here changed. Why did it change when I was in the other window? Must have hit something. Anyway, Greystone, Red and Soft, and Ruby. It's got to be this one. So therefore, this is the Luckstone, the coveted Luckstone. Let me just review very carefully. It cannot be this one, which is the Lodestone, which would make me upset because the bottom we know is a ruby. Cannot be this one because the bottom is a diamond. Cannot be this because the bottom is white glass. Cannot be this one because the bottom is a diamond. And it cannot be nothing because obviously there's something there. All right. We appreciate bad jokes here, by the way, Leonardo. And Leonardo says, I really want to start playing this game. Do you guys know if there's a definitive version I should download? Just core NetHack, I would say. Yeah. 3.6 is the current version. 3.7 has been in the works for a while. I don't know if that's coming out soon. Yeah, you could just get it on nethack.org. Some people prefer, like, the graphical interfaces and stuff. I'm just pretty old school, and sometimes I feel like the graphics get in the way. But, some people find that easier to start with. But yeah, just go to nethack.org and see what's available there. There might even be a graphical version available on that very site. Anyway, taking it nice and easy here. Let's get the Lugstone. It's got to be that. I'm pretty sure I narrowed it down correctly, so here I go. I'm going to get it. If it only says I'm really burdened. No, actually, I was going to say, if it says I'm burdened, then that's bad. But the Luckstone weighs something too, so I could get burdened from that. So, all right, that's the Luckstone. Let's name it. Ooh, now I have that bonus 3 luck, and my luck should not expire, which is fantastic. And that thing I just picked up that was red and soft is glass. Oh, you're not. Hold on. Did I pick it up? You see a gem here called red and soft. Okay, so this one on the ground is worthless glass. Can you name it without picking it up? Yes. That type of object upon the floor. That's F. This is a worthless piece of red glass. I love identifying gems and getting all the garbage out of the way. Yeah, like, oh, that one's glass, that one's glass. I think part of this game is you have to like this process of identification and narrowing it down. And to me, that's fun. All right, let's put the stuff that is not gems that are not the Luckstone into my bag just to get, free up the inventory slots. Beautiful. Well, this might be pretty much all I'm here for in the level. I'll probably just be completist and finish it off anyway, but let me see if there's anything else worth pursuing here. And by the way, Leonardo says, I would prefer the CLI version as well. Yeah, I think you should go for it then. Okay, there's going to be some random tools, and that doesn't mean a couple of idiots like Beavis and Butthead. Those can be good things. 7 random gems, 3 other random objects, 6 random traps. Rubies, emerald, and diamonds can be... Well, I'm really happy they got the Luckstone. All right, I guess I'll just clear it out. I'll just do it. I don't think any of the monsters here are going to give me trouble. Let's put on my blindfold again just to check. Oh, it was a gremlin. I don't like that. It sounds like I'm playing with my daughter. It's a peaceful gremlin. Because we're always doing this thing. My daughter's obsessed with gremlins and mogwais. the movie's a little advanced for her, but she sees a lot of like clips on YouTube and stuff of Mogwai. And we play little games where like I pretend my hand is a little Mogwai, and she's like, "Oh, no, look, there's a gremlin." And we just act like a bunch of idiots. No, I'm the idiot. She's being 6, and I don't mean to call my daughter an idiot. She's gonna look at the stream when she's older and be like, "Dad, did you like imply I'm an idiot back then?" I often wonder if some of these YouTube videos are going to be watched by like my great grandchildren. Anyway, that was interesting. I stepped onto a level teleport trap, but I resisted it. I guess because of my magic resistance cloak. But my horse Fred did not fare so well, so it is on another level now, and I have no idea where. All right, so that's interesting. Scroll of Identify. I always like those. Well, there was something specific I wanted to use it for, though. Probably not right now. I mean, nothing like of striking importance at the moment. But I might try to bless it again and do the thing I've been doing. Which is try to bulk identify as much as possible. So I'm looking at the map again, bear with me a second, to see where the secret doors are. I'll put on the lenses again that improve my search capability by 10%. Door is locked, apply the key, yada yada. Alright, what are you? Are you a mimic? Oh, I have the that's the problem with the lenses, they block your blindfold. I'll just see what's there. Gotta really make sure auto pickup is off, because if that's a lodestone and I pick it up, then that's terrible. But it's just a mimic. Okay, so this one is actually a plus of exploring the rest of it. I can check out all the gems and identify them and stuff. What we had here was a mimic, amethyst, green and soft white. So it's one of these three. Oh, amethyst. I mean, it's not this one here. It's one of these two. Right, it must be this one here because I've already identified emerald. So therefore it is amethyst, green glass, and a diamond. Cool, I've identified diamonds through process of elimination. And my character digging through his vast printer of the wiki. So let's name something on the floor. Amethyst. No, I don't want to name the amethyst. Let me just pick that up and get it out of the way. Green and soft is a worthless piece of green glass. And diamond, I'll pick that up. That is a lowercase o. We're going to name the type of that a diamond. Woo! That's good. What's my bag of holding? Capital Y. Yeah. Put those valuables in there. All right. So let's look at the mapsy again. Got too many damn tabs open. Does anyone else have a problem at work? If you work on a computer where you open up too many browser tabs, I'm like a mess with that. But sometimes I'm in a call with a coworker, or on like Zoom or whatever, and they share their screen, and they like have so many tabs where each one is like 3 pixels. It's like all the way across. I'm like, wow, like I can't even pay attention to what they're talking about because I'm in awe of their sheer number of browser tabs, and I don't know how they can handle that. Like, how do you do that? How do you how do you live like that? Anyway, what did I just pick up? Black gem at random. Potion of booze. All right. I'm in that awkward phase where I'm just a hair under being, burdened, so I have to keep picking things up and then putting them in the bag of holding, etc., etc. And now unencumbered. 4 daggers. I'm tempted to get the daggers, but I have 15 at the ready, and I think I have a bunch in the bag as well. Yeah, I got 12 in the bag. All right, that's probably enough. Eventually, I want to like enchant them all at the stack, and that'll be my main throwing weapon. As we've seen before, I'm kind of a ninja at throwing daggers. Even though I'm a nerdy wizard, I'm very skilled at throwing knives around. Daggers around, actually. All right, so this is another one of these piles. Make very certain that auto pickup is off, first of all. That's a small mimic. All right, then we have emerald, amethyst, and white glass. There's no actual process of elimination involved here. Let me just cross it off anyway. So mimic. Yeah, this must be it, right? This emerald, like, why is it in like a weird order? I guess I have to look at it like this. There we go, that's better. Amethyst, emerald, white glass. Cross that off. And here are the only two we haven't found. Actually, the nothing we haven't found. We haven't found nothing yet. We ain't found shit. That might be my favorite line from Spaceballs. We ain't found shit. Okay, let's keep going along. We have how many more? I think 3 more to check. Yeah, we just saw 3 more. So I have to deal with that boulder that's in the way. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't need another leash. The candle's getting short. Oh no. Burning my candle at both ends or something. Sometimes that's what I do when I play this game too late at night. All right, yeah, so I guess I'm gonna just push this boulder and then push it when I can't. I mean, dig through it when I can't anymore. Oh, I can just squeeze in there. Cool. Diagonally, let me squeeze in diagonally. I'm not sure what the logic is, because if you see right here, if I move down right, it says you're carrying too much to get through. But I was able to move diagonally between the boulder and the wall. I guess for a boulder, it doesn't stop you. But for purely for walls, it does. And that is actually where the next star location is right here. So I guess I need to drop stuff, enough stuff that it can squeeze through. But I'll check that one last because it could be the nothing. Leonardo says they're using an IBM Model M keyboard. I'm listening to some sort of buckling spring that's going on. No, I'm using a modern mechanical keyboard. It's called Kinesis Gaming. I don't know the exact model number. Yeah, I like the clickiness. It probably sounds cool on the stream. At least I would hope it would. And the keycaps are, what do they call it? It's red cherry something, I think, or is it brown? Maybe I got brown. Roll of T-port is good. Yeah, not the keycaps, the key switches. Sorry, too much going on in my brain right now. All right. Here's another one of these piles. Let's open with the key. All right. Oh, there's a nothing. This is the nothing. Okay, unfortunately, this is the nothing. Which means that place I have to diagonally squeeze through is one of the remaining 2. I don't have to do it, but the completionist in me wants to. But yeah, it might mean I have to make a stash of stuff. Right, is there another one I can check? There should be 2 more, so I'm trying to see where's the other one. So we got this one right here. We did this. Oh, here's the one. Did we do this already? Yeah, I already got that one, right? Oh, there's one here. Yeah, there's one like right around here. Okay, I gotta go through that. Sure, let's do it. Hobbit messing with me. Some gnomes. I'll eat them up. Eat them up, beat them up, beat them up. All right, my candle's done. It's a peaceful gargoyle, so I don't have to worry. See, the thing about, sorry, not gargoyle, gremlin. The thing that about gremlin that is they're so bad is they drain your intrinsics. So if you get the intrinsic of poison resistance, or I don't know, speed or something, sometimes when they hit you, they just take that away, which is horrible. But I think because it's peaceful, I don't have anything to worry about. Huh. That's an advantage of being chaotic. Hello, I come in peace. Gremlin. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, tower of flame erupts from the floor. Your boots smolder. Okay, well, my boots are burnt. How do you unburn something? Can you? I mean, I can always pile on enchantments. All it really does is make it so it doesn't give me a bonus to armor class anymore. Before it was giving me in NETHACK terms, negative is better. So it gave me -1 to my AC. I had -10. Now I have -9. But it's worth it to have the speed ability. But let me remind myself if you can unburn something. I don't know if you can. A form of erosion affecting organic materials. I feel like as far as undoing erosion, like it's all considered the same, perhaps. Maybe. Repair, there we go. How do you repair? If you read a non-cursed scroll of enchant weapon while confused, it will erode proof the currently wielded weapon and repair any existing damage. Right, but this is not a weapon. If you read enchant armor while confused, it will erode proof a random piece of currently worn armor and repair damage. Alright, I mean, so basically if I don't want to get the plus from the enchant armor, I could read it while confused and take off everything but the boots, and it'll erode proof the boots, including repairing the burntness. If you got all that. I'm just gonna deal with it being burnt for a while, probably. That's kind of sucks that I still have to deal with fire crap. Oh well. Not step in that again, though. Don't want to do that. On the way back, I have to be very careful. All right, here is a gnome. Why is there a gnome in there? I guess it can happen. I'm kind of annoyed. It picked up stuff, and now things aren't in the order. But maybe I can deduce it anyway. Yeah, it was not a mimic here, so that means it can be deduced to be this one here, I believe. Is there a ruby and red glass? Yeah, there is. All right, so it is definitely this one. And we do not want to pick up the lodestone. Ruby, sure. All right, so now we just have to get that stack that's in the diagonal. Yeah, it'll be worth it. I can get an emerald and a diamond. So how much stuff do I have to drop? We're carrying too much to get through. I don't know if that has to do with weight or just quantity of items. Passing small gaps. In the following mine level, the character can only move southwest if his or her total inventory is 600 or less. All right. All tight gaps. Okay. 600 or less. That's going to be dropping a lot of stuff. And then it said the walls are undiggable on this level. All right, I guess I got to do it. I mean, I don't have to, but I will. But I'm going to take some precautions. Because basically I don't want anybody picking up my stuff. So let's engrave Elbereth in a lot of places with the Athame and Magic Bane. The Athame will not dull as you engrave with it. If you use it, if you write with, I mean, if you engrave with an ordinary dagger, it'll get dull. which gives it a -1. Elbereth, bad guys can't walk on it, basically. That's the idea. I'll put 3 of them down. And there's, of course, a million exceptions to that, and sometimes you mess up writing it and whatnot. But I'm a good writer. I'm a wizard. I think that's how it works. All right. And the more you step on it, the more you tend to smudge the writing, especially if you write in the dust with your finger. But engraving with an athame is solid. All right, so let's do it. This makes me nervous. Drop the money. Drop these daggers. I'll leave my armor on. I think there's probably less than 600. Drop the food. I'll keep the scroll of teleport because sometimes you pick up a scroll and it gets disintegrated. So let's keep that on my person. Drop all these rings, except the ones I'm wearing. The wands, really don't like it when you drop some wands and then some gnome comes along and starts zapping you with them. Could probably put more stuff in the bag of holding, to be honest, but whatever. Bag of holding's going down, of course. All right, I will not drop the luck stone if I can help it. Can I squeeze in? Yes, cool. That's a large mimic. Let's kill it. No problem. And we get an emerald, 2 diamonds, and an emerald. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm getting all nervous, and that was really nothing. Let's quiver these daggers. That means they're just ready to be shot. You hit the fire command. Just throw them. It's more like a user interface convenience more than anything else. All right, I'm gonna put more junk in the bag of holding for now. Like, I don't know. Some of the things I like having at the ready, but we don't need all these rings at the ready, probably. Wand of probing, don't really need that at the ready. You gotta be careful with wands that you put in the bag of holding. If you accidentally put a wand of cancellation in it, the whole bag explodes. Harp. Lamp. I don't think I need a lockpick anymore now that I have a... Yeah, I don't know, let's put it in the bag. Gem can go in. Diamond, emeralds. Unknown black gem, amethyst. Alright. Alright, I guess we're done here. Done with mine then. We got the luck stone out of it. Elbereth. Did I write Elbereth here? I don't remember writing it here. Something else must have wrote it. Maybe it just comes like that in the level. Because I wrote them over here. I wrote in these 3 spaces here. Alright, whatever. Interesting though. Trying to think, is that left over from before and I'm just being stupid? I'm going to satisfy my curiosity. Yes, I think it was. Duh, never mind. All right. All right, so the horse is gone and here comes my dog, so yeah. Come back upstairs, doggy. Right, so let me think what my plan is besides just going back to the main dungeon. Do I want to try to accomplish anything? Do I have enough money that I could do another donation and get more intrinsic armor class? I mean, I probably could sell enough gems to make that happen, but I have to find a place to actually sell them to. There is one store on the mine shop place, which is called which is level 7 here. But that one shop, they have no more money because I sold so many gems to them. So yeah, basically I have no way to sell them right now. All right, let's go up to level 7, and maybe I want to mess around at the altar a little bit, get some things less uncursed, identified, and whatnot. Let's put the dog on a leash so he stays close. And where is the stairs up? There it is. A gold golem. That's a good way to get some money. A gold golem. Guess not that much money. Leoncito, whine. Stop whining, Leoncito. Something invisible is attacking me. What is this? This might be worth a wiki lookup before I jump too far. Okay, I don't think it's a slime, but it might be like a brown pudding sort of a thing or whatnot. I hit this thing a few times and it's still alive, so I'm getting nervous. But I can always zap it. I can always use force bolt. I'm getting a little too relaxed with just stabbing things. I should be force bolting a lot. So let's figure out what this is first, methodically, if possible. It looks to be brown to me, so it's probably something brown. I don't know, brown puddings. I didn't think they could engulf you. Oh, it's an ochre jelly. Okay, I'm surprised it took so many hits from me already. Let's see what I can do. What I should do. They can engulf you. Yeah, they can engulf you. All right. Covers them with acidic slime. So it'll be doing 3d6 to me each time it can attack, basically. Base MR is 20. That's magic resistance. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, it can corrode my stuff, which isn't fun. Ah, here we go. A wand of digging or a spell of dig will immediately free you from an ochre jelly and reduce its hit points to 1. Yeah, let's do that. Digging my way out. Here, have a wand of digging. You get expelled from the ochre jelly with a squelch. You escape a magic trap. All right, I'm going to step away. It's invisible. That's what one thing that threw me off. Somehow it's invisible. Maybe the magic trap made it invisible. I don't know. Oh, I'm blind and deaf. Oh, I triggered the magic trap. That summons monsters and makes you blind and deaf. All right, let's step away for a while still. I can see you again. All right. So where is it, I think? Should I just zap? Maybe it actually is invisible. You can hear again. That's good. Well, I'm glad nothing corroded from being inside that ochre jelly. Got a little bit thrown off there. Let's just go to the stairs. Travel to the stairs. Oh yeah, when you use that travel command, it doesn't make you wait for your dog. So I think the leash probably snapped when I got engulfed by the ochre jelly. Did that say? Yeah, here we go. So let's just blow my whistle until he comes over here. Come on, doggy. Be careful with this. All right, going up. What's this thing? A cursed candle. Yeah, that's garbage. The candle is also cursed. What we got? An impy here? Peaceful imp. All right. I will leave the peaceful imp alone. I think my dog's picking a fight with it. No, it's good. Going up. We're on level 8. Hey, here's my horse. This is where he teleported to. Tame horse called Fred. Welcome back, Mr. Fred. Kind of sounds like Mr. Ed. Maybe that was intentional. I'm not sure if I accidentally disabled something here. No, I don't think I did. All right. Where are these stairs? Terrain. Oh, there they are. Underneath that stack with the left bracket that's light blue, basically. Put the leash on one guy. So at least it's not too difficult to get them there. What is this? A trapdoor? Yep. Please don't go into that. The horse goes into that. I'm just going to be like, I give up. Can't take you anywhere. Okay, up we go. Let's remove the leash. It's a little bit of a pain. All right, I mean, I'm gonna go to the altar and see if I can identify some stuff with respect to blessed, cursed, uncursed status. That is, rust monster, is it? I'm getting the hell away from this thing. And we have a raven and a floating eye, is it? Wait, how do I turn back on this cursor thing? I like to have that on. Quotes to change the mode of limiting possible targets. The pound sign to toggle automatic description. That's what I want. Right. So now I can move the cursor around and it just tells me what's under it. You got floating eye, raven, rust monster. All right, so really only the rust monster is fearsome. So let's just get away from that. Kill the raven. All right, rust monster. I will just zap it. You can see behind it, there's nobody I have to worry about hitting, like a peaceful watchman who would get mad at me. So let's just force bolt it. Pow. It missed, and it's getting closer fast. It's pretty fast. I have boosted speed on. I think I'm very fast overall, but it's keeping pace, which I don't like. I guess if they were slow, they wouldn't be too dangerous. But I can't really zap to the left right now because I'll hit the watchman. Oh my god, they're fast. Get away, rust monster. Spell hits the rust monster. I'm still faster than it. You can see I'm outpacing it, but it's catching up pretty good, though. Like, basically every several turns, I it's not that black and white. That's right. I forgot there's like a random element to this now, the movement. They changed that at one point, I think. So it's right next to me now. I could keep running and hope I outpace it again. I could teleport away. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. They're there to be used. I could zap it with something. I think I'm just going to try to outpace it. Honestly, the worst thing, if it hits me, the worst thing is going to rust my hard hat, which isn't exactly a coveted thing. It's just something I have. Can always get another one. I don't know if any artifact like Magic Bane can rust, but I'm not hitting it with that anyway. I'm just kind of zapping it. All right, so it's 2 away. I'm just going to zap it every time it's 2 away. Zap. I hit it. Missed. Cool, it's dead. All right. Are they worth eating? Imagine I eat it and I accidentally like get it all over my helmet. And that rusts. You messily eat the rust monster and you you smear it all over your metallic items. I think they're just like a nothing burger. Yeah, you can. It doesn't mention anything when you search for corpse, so they should be safe to eat. They just don't give you anything except a little bit of nutrition, I guess. All right, it tasted terrible, but it did the job. Floating eye. Guess I ought to kill that too. Let's make sure nobody's behind it and zap it. It's dead. Hey, I can sack that as long as I'm here. I already have the innate telepathy that they give you. Sacrifice is consumed in a burst of flames. All right, let's see what we can blessed cursed ID here. And for those who don't know, you can drop anything on an altar. It'll tell you their blessed, cursed, uncursed status. And those were all uncursed. Hello, Dav the Bath. He says, when will you find the light out of this mine? The light? What does that mean? Well, I can get out of here in a couple levels up if that's what you mean. I'm on level 7. And level 4 should be the top level because level 3 of the main dungeon had the stairs down. There won't be any light when I go back to the main dungeon though. Okay, let's pick up this stuff again. Not the cursed daggers. Let's take out what is in my bag of unknown blessed curse status. Be in the darkness with this one. I need to find more sources of light. I just have a couple of candles. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. All right, let's check the status of these guys. For gems, it hardly matters if they're cursed or whatnot. I'm not sure if it matters at all, even. Blindness is cursed. All right. So, identify as uncursed. Blindness is cursed. The combat boots are uncursed, so I can safely try them on. Let's put in some junk. Might as well put in the money too, I guess. You know, this might be almost a good time to get some holy water happening. I got blindness, booze. Those are kind of junk potions I like to turn into holy water. Although I think the cursed potion will take two levels of upgrading. Maybe, I don't remember. I'll just try it anyway. Alright, horn can go in there. Some gems. Why do I have worthless glass? Let's drop that. Drop P. I threw it in the corner. Alright, yeah, let's see how many junk potions I have. Potential water. I actually have a blessed potion called water, a cursed potion called water, cursed potion of blindness. So the blindness, booze, other booze, monster detection, object detection, sleeping. Yeah, I considered all those kind of junk. Yeah, I could make a nice stack of holy water. Dav says, thanks for the cozy stream. Yeah, no problem. I enjoy doing this. You know, this is just my for fun channel. I play games I like. I have fun. I'm not here to make money. I don't make money. I'm not an influencer. I don't do hot tub streams. Somebody was always making a joke about that once. I think it was Ryan. Doing hot tub streams. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do this. All it really costs is some potions that are junk and a prayer usage. But I have to make the junk into water first. I could do that up here. 2 level, what? Oh, that's level 7 of the main dungeon. So I have to go up to 3, then back down to 7. Or I could just use these fountains. I mean, you can use the fountains, but sometimes the watchmen see you and they get mad. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go up and do it. What I like about the water is you can just step into it, and you don't use up the fountain because it's not a fountain. You have to be careful you don't have stuff on your person and ruin those things or let yourself drown. Anyway, I'm getting a little distracted. Where are my petties? Okay, there they are. Yeah, let's head up. One bonus of that the other level I'm thinking about going to is there's actually an altar there too. See that? With potions to dilute, of course. Yeah, that's right, Dav. Yeah, totally. Step into there with nothing on my person except the potions to dilute. Let's put the dog on the leash and see if I can get the pony to follow me. Come on, pony. Pink Pony Club. Why is there like dollar signs here? In here. Oh, that must be the shopkeeper, but I must. Maybe I quaffed object detection, and that's why I see that. Sometimes it's such a pain leading these pets around. My goodness. Get over here. I know like the advanced players tend not to even use pets unless you like actively need them for a specific purpose. Like if you're a level 1 tourist or something like that, you know, because they can really save your hide. But I could probably ditch one of them if I really wanted to. I'll just let them live their life. If one of them dies, sure. Is there actually a gold golem coming up? Might as well kill him and get some gold. It's a straw golem. They don't really give you anything, I don't think. Now, a straw golem, by the way, imagine what that's like. It's a human-shaped creature made of... Sorry about that, Leoncita. Made of straw, and it's animated and running around and stuff. It's basically the cowardly... Not cowardly, the stupid scarecrow. It's the stupid scarecrow, the brainless scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. Alright. What you got to say, Dav? I never pulled off an archaeologist protection racket that utilized pet to go in the mine and sell the gem found without leveling up. Oh. Yeah, right. That's the one tactic you can use. I've never done that either. I've never really done protection racket. That's sort of for the excuse me. So Dav must be pretty experienced at the game. That's the thing people do. They call it the protection racket, where you basically rush to the temple that we're just on in the mine's end there, because the cost of the leash doesn't work well with travel, does it? The cost of getting intrinsic armor class from when you donate at the altar is something like 400 times your level. So if you rush there with level 1, you can get a whole bunch of it for really cheap. And the idea is, if you're the archaeologist class, they're not very strong physically, but they start with, what do they start with? They start with a bunch of gems, or they can identify gems easily. One way or another, they can get value out of gems fast. And therefore, they can identify gems. Yeah, right, sure. So you can do that and rush down there. You know, you sell them, make a lot of money, and then you just get a bunch of intrinsic armor class very quickly that way. So they call that the protection racket. Come on, Pony, get over here. Man. I wish I had a magic whistle. I just have a regular whistle. Magic whistle will summon it toward you. They like teleport towards you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Come again. I would love to try that sometime. It sounds like a fun tactic, the whole protection racket thing. The idea is you get a whole bunch of intrinsic armor class for cheap. Come on, guys. This stuff must be cursed. It's blocking them. Alright, God, I hate it. Let's move the junk. That's Q, V, and N, all capital. Alright. There's a Pyrolisk there, which I don't like. Now, this armor curse too, that seems to be in the way of it. Pair of iron shoot. What's this? Centipede. Let's shoot it. The spell hits. The dog is in the way now. Shoot. I killed it. Okay. Come on up. Oh my god, these guys. The dog's eating the centipede, I think. Here, you, Pony, go on a leash. Dog, come here. Come on, guys. Alright, jeez. Look, a bunch of orcs have appeared. Should we mess with them? Let's mess with them. Let's go orc slaying, guys. Woo! Cannot push the boulder. I have to go around. I'm gonna try zapping random wands at these guys and see what happens. It's always fun. I don't know if that's a brilliant strategy, but I like to do it sometimes. Let's zap the platinum wand. Nothing noticeable. What about the zinc wand? Nothing noticeable. What about the tin wand? Sleep ray hits the hill. That's good. You know what sleep ray is now. Sleep wand. I'm blind. I didn't realize I was blind. Lamp and a orcish helmet. Take off the blindfold. Could be why I'm blind. I found a lamp though. That's cool. Kill some orcs. Another whistle. Maybe it's a magic one. I'll try it out. That's a normal one. Drop it. Magic missiles are being fired. Yeah, I guess you could. Maybe I should do that. It's probably smarter. You can engrave on the floor, right? I should try that. I think I forgot about that momentarily. Okay, I guess I killed all the orcs. Yeah, let's try engraving. How about engraving with the platinum wand? You're right in the dust with it. Oh, am I doing it wrong? It doesn't say anything. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the wand. I'll have to look that up in a little bit. Right now, I'm kind of thinking about other things. I meant to try these combat boots because they're uncursed. Let's try those. Take off the speed. Put on combat boots. See what happens. Okay, I think it just gave me an armor class and that's it. Not just engraving? Okay, I'll have to look it up. Meanwhile, I'm wasting charges. Whatever. Here is a blue jelly there. They can do a lot of damage from cold. Did I get cold resistance? I feel like I didn't get many resistances so far. Let me just check my notes here if I can find my damn tab. I have shock resistance, not poison resistance, not cold resistance, and I think not fire resistance. Okay. But if I kill this guy, what'd I do? The magical energy is released. I accidentally did something. I don't know what. The magical energy is released. But whatever I did, it hit the... It did hit the blue jelly. Oh, that's if you cast a directional spell but did not hit a valid direction. Like I must have made a typo, basically. Okay, I don't know. Alright, let's eat it up. Did not give me cold resistance. I think you get it from them, but I didn't get it. I mean, everything's like a percentage chance in this game. Everything's probabilistic. Let me look at blue jelly real quick. Yeah, it's you can get I could use poison too, but oh well. You get a 13% chance of cold resistance, 13% chance of poison resistance. I've actually been wearing a ring of poison resistance because I'm that paranoid. You know, you can get hit by like a poison arrow or from a random orc, and you can instantly die if you're unlucky. So for now, I'm wearing these 2 rings just to cover my bases. The polymorph control, I don't want to turn into a dragon and lose my dragon scale mail and cloak of magic resistance. I think how it would work is I'm prompted to just type in any monster name, and then I could just not lose my armor. It's always nice not to lose your good armor. Alright, let's do the traveling thing, I guess. Go up, and I'll probably have to bother with my pets again. An ogre is shooting arrows at me. Let's shoot him back. I force bolted him. Ogre corpse, sure. Delicious. Stop eating it because there's a dwarf throwing daggers at me. I shoot him too. I'll finish eating the delicious ogre. Hello, Mr. Elf. The green elf curses orcs. Curse. No, don't mess with the elf. Every time my pet attacks anybody who can wield weapons, like this green elf or I don't know, a soldier or something, those particular kinds of opponents just totally wreck pets. I don't know why. And now the horse is starting in with the green elf. I wonder if it might have something cool if I let them kill it. Is there anything worthwhile? Actually, wasn't there something about if I sacrifice my own race, I can get extra luck? I mean, I don't think I can bring it up to the level because it's too heavy. That's an interesting thought. I think it's because I'm chaotic. Oh yeah, what it does is it summons a peaceful demon, and it removes that demon from the game if it is a named one like Inogu or something. So that's cool. That's the trick. Yeah, I'm chaotic. Daff. So that's why people recommend that if you're chaotic. But I can't really do that. I can't really drag the corpse up levels easily. Even if I put it in the bag of holding, it's probably too heavy. Also, if I let them continue to fight it, they could die. My beloved pets could die. Gnome King. I will eat another Gnome King. Oh, I'm actually satiated. I should not eat anymore. Ruby was here. 10 gold pieces for some reason. Violet fungus. I confused it. Come here, petty petties. Oh, you know what? I ought to test this lamp when I get to the altar. See if it's not cursed. Then I can rub it. Oh, paper golem. Cool. That'll be cool once I get to use the magic marker. I can just write on the paper. More blank paper for me. That's what paper golems are good for. Who is this? A dwarf lord shooting me. Okay. Shooting quite a bit. Why is he getting so many shots off at me? Should be shooting it. Let's force bolt it. Spell misses. Spell hits. Killed the dwarf lord. I will eat his yummy corpse. I gotta stop eating. What am I doing? I'm satiated. All right, no more eating until I'm no longer satiated. I keep forgetting for some reason. But you know what? My 2 rings are probably draining my tummy contents pretty quickly. Elven dagger. It would be nice to get a stack of elven daggers. I feel like they usually don't stack for whatever reason. All right, where's the damn dog? Is over there. Ah, man. And what are these guys? A Rothay or something? And a centaur? Rothay and a plain centaur. If you live in the plains, you plain centaur, why are you in the dungeon? A rope golem. Here's an interesting thing. I don't think there's a concept of ropes in this game. There's not like a tool, a rope that can like, well, do anything. You almost think there should be. And then if there were, the rope golem would probably give you those when you kill it. Anyway, an orange potion landed on my face. This burns. What is that? Acid? It's probably acid. But let me see if it could possibly be anything else. That's a potion of acid. All right. Well, now I have that identified, but unfortunately, I can't turn it into holy water. Dav says if you can dig, you should be able to use rope. Yeah, that would be cool. You could like make maybe you could make like a rope spanning the levels, and you could like climb up and down, almost like making your own staircase. Anyway, that acid I cannot use. I guess whatever threw it at me is down to the right of me. Yeah, I just killed something. Oh, is that a plains centaur? There, just not gonna eat it. All right, come on, you stupid dog. Come here, Snoop Doggy Dog. Do I have a candle? Must have at least a candle or something. Yeah, let's just use them. I need to be able to see a little bit better. Dog. Starting to be really tempted just to leave one of the pets. I just have an emotional attachment to my character graphics pets. All right. Sometimes the best way to do it is you just lead one up the stairs, then you come back for the second. It's just hard to get them both at the same time. What are you fighting? What are you fighting there, Fred? What am I blindfolded? Probably fighting that row there. What do we have over here? A pack of wolves or something? Could it be werewolf and his followers? Coyote, Nemesis Ridiculi, Coyote, Grotescus Appetitus, Carnivorous Vulgaris. Each one is a random Wily Coyote name. Look at that. Caninus Nervous Rex. I knew it did that, but I thought it was like a fixed name. I didn't think it gave like a random one each time. That's pretty funny. Let's go up. I'm back in the regular dungeon. Woohoo! Yeah, it's pretty funny, yeah. Go back down. Here's another horse of some sort. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. What's going on with the Naga? It's a red Naga hatchling. Okay, it's just a hatchling. Dav says that don't use the lookup often, though. To me, I can't imagine not using, but it's funny how we all have our own different styles. There's probably some things that I don't use that other players would be like, I can't believe you don't do that. Here's a delicious horse. Everything is delicious in this game. To me. I'm in a pit. Here comes some things to shoot. Boom. Take that, Rose. Oh, I destroyed a potion, I think. You hear something shatter. Oh, well. Let's kill the coyote. Kill the coyote. Sometimes it's hard to see if you're lined up diagonally. You can just draw a little bit. It looks like I am. I might break stuff in the way, but let's try it. Kill the coyote. There's another one lined up too, I think. Yeah, look at that. I'm shooting them from quite a distance. I mean, it looks like a distance, but diagonal, you know, basically vertical distance appear much greater than they are compared to horizontal. Because a space is a space. A space is the unit of distance. It doesn't care about the shape of the rectangle on your screen, basically. Leoncito's eating a horse. That sounds like Arturo. Never explored this little nook here. Not that it's worth anything. All right, now we are meeting up with the horse again, and we can go down the other down staircase. Come on, Fred. Stick with me, Leoncito. Nope. What do we got? A floating eye here? Zap it. Oh, cool. I leveled up my attack spells. That's great, because I'm using that a lot. Never not going to use it. Now I'm an expert in attack spells. Look at that right here. Beautiful. Yeah, I just need a better spell. I want to get Magic Missile. Probably. Come on, dog. The dog's eating the floating eye. All right, now we can go down. Down. I could probably get some money up here, actually. Let's leave the pets. I have all these wands of digging. Every time you see one of these little dead-end squares... I haven't actually done this in so long. You can dig through here. It might take a lot of charges. What do we got here? I still have the candles on, darn it. Yeah, I should be able to dig. Let's just try it. Just 'cause I haven't done this in so long. Well, I have a few wands of digging, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure where the exact location of the vault is. Is there always a vault when it's a little dead end like that? I guess I could zap some more. I'll be wasting charges probably. That's all right. I got 3 wands. Don't want to break the wand. Jeez. Press S. Oh, can you? Yeah, I'll try it. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. Let me put the the lenses on. Help me search a little better. I think I need to just dig to it. I don't know. Could be to my right? Maybe. Just wasted too many charges. Oh well. I would rather have a pickaxe for this. On the other hand, I might as well. I was gonna keep doing it until I find something. I'll put it that, or until I'm on my last wand of digging. But not apply it though. Jeez. Nothing happens. All right, that one's done. Now you can rest a final charge out of a wand. That means you keep zapping, and each time you get like a 1% chance of resting one final charge out of it before it gets destroyed. So that's the benefit of. Oh, this space was free. Look at that. Oh no, that was from the diagonals. That. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe around. I feel like you always have to dig, right? Don't you? I feel clumsy. Let's use a unicorn horn. Okay. I'll search some more just in case, but I don't know. Well, I'll do what I said. I'm going to keep using this wand. I won't use the last one, though. I'll keep that one. Blah. I think I'm doing something wrong. For some reason, I kind of generally ignore these vaults. I'm kind of like, I don't really care. So I'm not too good at that. Well, let's take a look at what the wiki says. Also known as a magic memory vault. They're 2x2 square areas surrounded by normal walls. A vault has a 1/2 chance of being generated on any level that has at least 6 rooms, with the exception of the rogue level. There's a 2/3 chance of a level with a vault also containing a closet. It has a 1-use teleport trap key to the vault's location. Oh yeah, I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time. Excuse me. Does the closet mean that little 1 square room? Sounds like it. Single square is often located behind a door or a wall. Yeah, it's a closet, all right. Maybe some of them lead to nothing. 6/7 of closets will have a door leading to them, with 4/5 of doors created this way being secret doors. If a closet is created with no door, there's a 1/5 chance that the wall blocking the closet is replaced with iron bars. Separate 2/3 chance of an at corpse, a human corpse, being generated in the closet. Okay. I don't know. Telepathy can reveal the location of monsters that are randomly generated within a vault. I could try that, I guess. Dig into the vault using a pickaxe or wand of digging. Once done, you can exit through the same path. I guess a closet doesn't necessarily connect to a vault. But I'll try the telepathy real quick. Might as well. Take off the lenses. Put on the blindfold. Oh, there's some other stuff here, but mountain infinite orc of some sort. All right. Well, I just wasted a bunch of charges. I don't know. It was a learning experience, I guess. That's for these guys too. Dav says, I think the closet that teleports you automatically is the only link to a vault. Now, why did I feel like I haven't seen those in ages? I wonder if I've just been ignoring them. I can't remember the last time I was teleported to a vault, though. Right? I feel like when I was a newbie at this game, it used to happen all the time. Cyan potion. I could eat the nymph and try to get teleport Titus, and I do have a teleport control ring in my bag. I don't want to do that, though. It's a pain. All right, burden. So let's. Did I pick up a looking glass? I didn't want to do that. I want to pick up the scroll of Teaport. Okay, put some more junk in the bag of holding. The combat boots. I don't know if I want to keep those. I'll keep them for now. Cyan potion. Okay, let's go to the downstairs here. Oops, that's the wrong stairs. Shoot, I'm stupid. These stairs. You just said like the greater than symbol. Yeah, you can do that. All right, that's nice. Got some fire ants coming. I don't like that. Snap it. Yeah, it's dead. Mountain of corpse. Oh, that's from before. There are more fire ants. They usually come in packs or swarms, I guess is the correct word. I'm afraid I'm gonna get lit on fire here. Cool, I killed it. Fire ant corpse. Can they give you like heat resistance or something? Let's try it. Did not get anything. Let's check the wiki of fire ant. Yeah, they have a 20% chance of conveying fire resistance when you eat them. I've been finding I'm doing really badly with these, resistance rolls from eating a corpse. Like, I eat this one, that one, that one, that one. Each one gives you like a 13% chance of this, or that one gives you 20% chance of that. And I'm like never getting any of them. I gotta keep at it, I guess. So where am I? I'm on level 4 of the dungeon. I'm trying to go to 7 to get to my water and the altar to Anhur. So let's go over here, guys. Dumb pets. Did I finish exploring this area though? Can't squeeze through there, I guess. Down we go to level 5. There's 2 fountains here. Many fountains, it says. Oh yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. Is it worth attempting fountains? I usually try to not drink from them anymore. When I was a newbie to the game, I would always drink them. Then I found saving them for dipping can be nice. But now I'm like, well, what about at this point? If I'm going to be using fountains, if I'm going to be using the water square for dilution, should I just start drinking some of this stuff? Let's see. I prefer to go hunting for magic fountains for their blessed gain ability effects. Oh, you need a good amount of luck. I think I have +4 luck. I gotta back out a little bit. Try to figure out what's going on here. Hey, thanks for the comment, Dav. Dav the Bass is legit. Your stream is such a special thing because not many people stream NetHack. Yeah, I mean, NetHack's just one of my all-time favorite games, so it comes up a lot. I do like these 2 sort of different series of streams, I guess you could say, where old games on a weekdays where I play some old games. It could be anything. I might play an old Atari game or old Nintendo game, but NetHack comes up time and time again because I'm just a huge fanboy of this game. And on Saturday nights, I do a thing with my son that we call His nickname is Rob Bob, by the way. And we do a thing where we'll play anything, basically. We'll play a newer PC game, or a couple weeks ago we played Magic the Gathering, the card game. And thanks, Atari 911. Atari 911 says, yeah, I agree. This is great. Thank you. Thank you for the lovely comments, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so let's see. Fountain quaffing. What is the deal with the magic fountains? How do you know it is a magic fountain? How did I not know that was even a thing? Fountains on non-special levels have a 1/7 chance of being magic, an attribute that cannot be determined before use. Mountains created by digging on a sink are non-magical. All right, so that means, you consider that the 3 fountains on this level, a decent chance that one of them might be magic. But let me remind myself of all the effects. I'm actually, I'm not sure what my natural luck is. It might be 4 or higher, but my luck stone conveys 3 points of luck. So I might only be at 3. I don't know. But I feel like I was already a little bit in the positive range. And once I got the luck stone, it would mean that the luck doesn't expire. So hopefully I have at least 4. I can say hopefully. All right, so let me remind myself of all the effects and how bad they can be. Now, for stuff like this, that you lose strength, I don't care because I have a unicorn horn that can undo it. I don't care about losing D4 hit points at my level. It doesn't matter. Let's start from the top, actually. This is fine. This is fine. This is good. Actually, I would love to see this one because I can see my luck. It's like as if you drank a potion of enlightenment. This one, I vomit and lose some nutrition. I'll be fine. This one, I'll be fine because of the unicorn horn. This one, I'll be fine. Oh, this is the same thing. It depends if you're poison resistant or not. I have a ring of poison resistance on because I'm paranoid about dying. The water moccasins, I probably could handle them. This thing has killed many a newbie. Newbie characters. I used to do this all the time. Just drink from the fountains. D5 plus 1 water moccasins. That means 2 to 6. They'll wreck you. I mean, I should be able to handle them at my level. If not, I can, read a scroll of teleport and get out of there. But I think I can handle them. The water demon. The water demon can grant you a wish if you're lucky. This is a lot of luck involved, though. There's only a 1 in 30 chance of the quaff resulting in a water demon. And if the water demon is summoned, there's an 80 plus dungeon level, over 100% chance of being hostile. If not hostile, it grants a wish. So basically, at dungeon level 5 that I'm on right now, there would be a 15% chance of it granting a wish within that 1 in 30 chance of the water demon even appearing. The water nymph, yeah, those are such a pain if you're a newbie as well, because they'll steal your stuff and you have trouble catching up with them and killing them. Dav says just reason with him if he's hostile. Yeah, I'll be like, please, we don't have to fight. We both know I'm probably going to kill you. Why don't you just grant me a wish? That's a good way I could do it, like an aggressive negotiation. Threat-filled negotiation. The water's no good. Oh, this is bad. Yeah. I have magic beam, but it does not protect against. This is like the worst outcome, probably. Each item in your inventory has a 1/5 chance of being cursed outright. No, I don't want to mess with that. That's a pain. I mean, that right there makes me kind of not want to do it at all. Or I drop all my stuff. If I drop all my stuff, though, and I have to fight, like, the water demon or the moccasins, that would not be great. I don't know. I don't like to play. In my old age, I play, like, more conservatively. Like, I'm carefully going through all these possibilities, for one thing. And, things like that are kind of like, I really want to do that. And if I do it, I want to take measures. I want to drop all my stuff, probably. So I don't know. I have to think about it. Let's review all the other outcomes, though. I mean, if it was like a 1/5 chance that one thing in your inventory becomes cursed, sure, fine. But this is, it goes through each of them. Each one a 1/5 chance. So it's kind of like, 20% of what I have, considering I have so many items, are going to be cursed. And that's so you can pick all your stuff in one turn, though. Yeah, I could do that. It's a valid point. Yeah, I would. I don't know. I don't want to be naked when the water moccasins come. Or the water do. I mean, it might be fine for a couple turns. But with the water moccasins, they want to have the ring of poison resistance on time, not intrinsically poison resistant. And then that could become cursed. I don't know. Let's keep going through the options. Anyway, you can gain see invisible, which is cool. You see monster on the level and exercise your wisdom. Find a random gem. Yeah, that's all right. Monsters on this level flee from you for a while. Water gushes, creating pools. You can dip a longsword to get Excalibur, by the way. What else can dipping do? Dipped item is uncursed if cursed. Dipped item is cursed even if it was blessed. That's the problem. It's like you can't really say, let me just dip all my cursed stuff. Well, I guess you could. Because this is like a nothing burger. If it was cursed to begin with, right? Water moccasins, water demon. Oh, you know what? The dipping can result in a water demon. That potentially gives you a wish. Water nymph. I wonder if that's just safer. Just dip. I would lose out on some outcomes, but I could possibly get the water demon wish with equal probability. So maybe I'll just dip my cursed stuff. I don't know. But what I could miss out on is stuff like you gain see invisible. What else? You see your attributes and exercise your wisdom. Okay. So I'm considering this option. The chance of the water demon working out, though, is so slim. That said, I've definitely had it work plenty of times in my day, especially in my early days when, again, I would just see a fountain, drink away, keep drinking. I would die a lot. All right. That's not sure how worth it is. I mean, yeah, I think the drinking is too risky unless I do what I said and drop all my stuff. But then I risk death. But the dipping, maybe I will just try dipping some cursed stuff. But what if it's magic? If it's a magic fountain, does it matter? Does it make a difference if you dip versus quaff for a magic fountain? Look, they give you the probability of getting a wish. Probability that a fountain on a given level will yield at least one wish before drying up when repeatedly dipped into or quaffed from. So on level 5, it's a 1.5% chance. Fountain quaffing is the specific practice of immediately quaffing from every fountain you find in the hope of releasing a water demon and getting an early wish. In a lesser form, most inexperienced players will unintentionally engage in this behavior. This is unfortunate, as most fountain quaffers die after a few hundred turns, but those with experience don't mind because they can just start again. Sure, this is a form of metagaming considered fairly low. It's the reason why water moccasins rank so highly on the list of top deaths. Yeah. Wizards with a scroll of taming. Oh, a tooled horn or leather drum or spellbook of charm monster are slightly safer in this practice. Do I have a tooled horn? I have a horn of some sort. It just appears as a horn. I don't have it identified. Or are all the horns tooled? I don't know. Sometimes I go so deep in these wikis, like to try to analyze everything that my head hurts. Okay, it could also be one. The horn could be a tooled horn, a fire horn, a frost horn, or a horn of plenty. Maybe I should try applying it. Improvising it will awaken nearby monsters and abuse your wisdom. All right, so let's review the. I might just do a couple of dips for the fun of it. What's the dip? What are the dip outcomes again? So the worst things would be dipping a cursed thing remains cursed. Water demons are summoned. Water demons summoned. Water rockets summoned. Water nymph. You lose some gold and your wisdom is abused. So I'd want to drop some money probably. Well, I guess I could, I don't know. I think about all these possibilities. I'm dizzying myself. Like maybe I might as well just dip the cursed water. Yeah, I guess that is actually a great idea. The cursed water I might as well dip, right? I think. I'm not cursed. What cursed potions? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dip the cursed potions, and I'll deal with whatever consequences happen. This way, I can get them into water, and they might, in the process, become uncursed. That's my rationale. So I got cursed potion of. Is it worth it with a cursed potion of water? Would that work, or is a potion a special exception to this dipping rule? Game's too complicated. Dipped item is uncursed. If cursed, 4 out of 30 chance. Yeah, it looks like you can do both. The potions will dilute, and then the effect happens. But there's only a 50% chance of any effect if winning an object already caused an effect. Okay. There's a wiki on dipping potions. Is that sure? Let's check. Let's check it out. Dipping potion. What are we looking for here? Okay. Doop de doop de doo. I'm not doing alchemy. Dipping into fountains is the most common method of diluting potions and blanking scrolls and spellbooks. However, unlike pools, fountains eventually dry out. To dip into a pool, you must generally be flying, riding a mount, or wearing water-walking boots. Levitation will let you reach the pool. While generally safer than quaffing from a fountain, dipping can still cause adverse effects. The safest way is to dig down on a fountain and take a bath in the resulting pools. The fountains in Minetown should not be used. Yeah. Dipping a scroll into water blanks it. It retains its blessed uncursed status. Dipping an object into holy water, we know that. Dipping projectiles into sickness poisons it. That's weird. Dipping what? I never do that one. Dipping an amethyst stone into a potion of booze will turn it into a potion of fruit juice. Oh, what? Like the amethyst supposed to look like a grape or something? I don't get it. Dipping potion of polymorph. Dipping an object into an uncursed potion of water will affect the item same as with dipping into a fountain or a pool. This is usually a waste, however, because potions of water can be turned to holy water. Alright. Let's get dipping. I'm going to do some fun dipping. Let's put some cursed potions into it, and with the hopes of making them uncursed and diluted too. Did I take them out correctly? I think I might have hit a key back. I messed up. All right, let's play around with it. I'm a little burdened, which isn't great. I don't want to be burdened. Gotta be careful in this game. Excuse me. Last thing I want to do is be like, oh man, I wish when that water demon came, I had taken the precautions so that I'm not burdened. Because now I'm dead. I'm putting stuff in. Let's put all the food in for now. One potion of teleport. Yeah, now I'm unencumbered. I'm gonna dip stuff. That's just what I'm doing. Potion of blindness, you're up first. Potion of blindness dilutes and nothing else happens. Okay. Dilutes further, it is now water. Okay, let's dip the booze. Dilutes. Yes. Dilutes further, and I have 2 water, and neither of them is cursed anymore. That's cool. So that means dipping the water will make that uncursed too? Yes. Fountain dries up, and nothing happened from that one. All right. Let's head to the next fountain. Hooray. It's not doing anything. I guess because it can't dilute, so it doesn't actually make it. Doesn't do anything. All right. Well, anything else that's cursed that I want to try dipping in there? I usually just dump cursed stuff that's causing a problem. Yeah, maybe I'll just continue on my way with what I was gonna do. Cursed? What? Well, you want to make? Yeah, I guess it's good to make something that's cursed occasionally, like Scrolls of Genocide. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, Leoncito, where's the horsey? I'm moving on my way now. We're gonna go down. We're still on course to go to level 7. Should I just zap zap a digging down there? Let's just do it. Zap digging down and get the money. 12 gold pieces. Oh, that wasn't worth it. Whatever. Okay. I know there is a there was a certain event, I think earlier this year, and maybe it was the last year's November NetHack tournament, where a bunch of streamers did, stream themselves playing. I remember seeing like a compilation of them. Let's go, let's go. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Beep, beep, beep. Down, down the Goblin Town. The Dav asks, was it like speedrun or other achievement? I don't think so. I think they were just playing for the tournament. Yeah, like June. It might have been June NetHack. Or the November NetHack tournament of last year. I'm not really sure. I don't follow that stuff too closely. But I did see like a video that was like a compilation of streamers from the tournament. There wasn't anything like special happening in those games that I can recall. You can go down with me. This level has water and Warbane. That's right, I left Warbane here because it was too heavy at the time, and I figured, why do I really need that? Come on, dog. Yeah, exactly, Dav. They were just having fun, making fun comments. I don't really remember specifics, but something like that. All right, there's the altar. Let's hit it up. The saddle I left here. All right, so this is my god, Anhur, who is chaotic. Heck are we doing here? Oh, did I delete everything I wanted to? Maybe I didn't. I think I was so focused on the curse that I forgot that there were other. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna just step into the pool. That's right. All right. So let's first of all let's identify some blessed uncursed stuff. Take out these guys and drop them. Ember Flash for the unlabeled scroll. That's cool. That's a blessed paper scroll. Right, yeah, I'm thinking I'll just step into the water here very carefully. That's the key, very carefully. And the deal is, if you're encumbered at all, you risk drowning. If you step into it with stuff you like, that is a spell book or a scroll or a potion, those get damaged in their respective ways. Metal stuff can rust. What was that yellow thing? Yellow light, okay. Let's get it out of the way, I guess. Okay, it explodes, and I see like an ogre or something. Sure, I'll kill that guy. Oh, you're a friendly ogre. Hello, friendly neighborhood ogre. You turned me into a newt. I killed the newt. It did not get better. Yeah, I'd rather not be blind when I do this. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it makes... Ooh, oh. Black unicorn. Whoa. Now, for those who weren't watching earlier in the stream, one of my goals that I've been thinking about is throwing a couple of valuable gems at the black unicorn, therefore ramping my luck up tremendously. And therefore, I can use these 3 magic markers that I have to write things that are unknown to me. With the luck stone, the luck gets locked down, so it won't expire. And yeah, let's think a little bit. I just got a couple of scrolls, and I just I learned that one of them is blessed. I want to probably blank a spell book or 2. The knock spell is kind of crap, so I might just blank my knock spell book, which I think is my bag of holding, right? Yeah, so I can blank that when I step into the water. Part of me wants to go more aggressively and do it for like healing and haste, maybe even haste self, but I don't know. I feel less confident. Those might be useful someday. But I was thinking of getting the spell book of Identify, because I just love getting things identified, and just being able to cast that would be tremendous. I'm not sure what my fail percent would be at it, but hopefully not 100%. It's a divination spell, which I'm unskilled at, but my thought is, if I have, it's a level 3 divination, right? And my thought is, if haste self is level 3 escape, which I'm also unskilled at, and that number is 69%, then hopefully Identify would also be 69%. I think that makes sense. And therefore, I can just keep doing it. Identify. If it fails 69% of the time, so what? I have a lot of power to use. Anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And write some scrolls. I have some blank paper, as we've seen. I can probably make some more. I mean, I could wipe out some of this garbage here. It's not all garbage, but some of it is. I have 3 cursed unlabeled scrolls, 3 uncursed unlabeled scrolls, a blessed unlabeled scroll. Yeah, I can definitely wipe some of these. What I was thinking of, I really want to get some blessed genocides going. I want to just wipe out the nasty, the ones that everybody hates, mind flayers, liches, sea monsters. I don't know if Ryan is still here, but earlier he was like joking that I seem way too excited about genociding. But yeah, it's such a good thing to do. It solves a lot of your problems, and it's an unfortunate word. I mean, not to get political or anything, but it's not a word that has good connotation. So when you say I'm excited by genocide, it sounds a little weird. But it's in the game, it means something else than in the real world. We'll put it that way, sort of. So yeah, I'll write some blessed scrolls of genocide. Use those. Yeah, I would love to write Identify. I'd love to get spellbook of magic missile too, but I'd have to wipe another one. Anyway, I am getting a little ahead of myself, perhaps. Why don't I start by just throwing some gems at the unicorn? And Dav says, what are you thinking of genociding? Well, I'm thinking of genociding the standard evil things. Standard stuff that gives people a hard time. Basically, looking at this list, liches. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get blessed so I can wipe out the entire character. Uppercase L. So that means there's no more liches, master liches, arch liches, whatever they are. They'll be gone. Thing is, you find those later on, so I'll probably start with mind flayers, and it'll be the lowercase h. I am not a dwarf, so it won't kill me. But that'll also accidentally kill dwarves. Sure, fine. Sorry, dwarves. It'll kill hobbits. Sea monsters, they suck too. Yeah. And if I can get to it, I could do uppercase R. That would be a great four things to do. Lowercase c's can suck. I actually hate the pyralisks as well. I rarely get killed by cockatrices. Anyway, first things first. Let's start with throwing gems at the unicorn. And I'm also blind. Do I have the blindfold on? I don't remember. Oh, the yellow light got me, right? What constitutes a valuable gem? Is it just any known identification? Does it have to be worth a certain amount? If it is a valuable gem, a coaline unicorn gratefully keeps the gem and improves your luck, depending on the identification status of the gem. So it has to be something you formally identified, not just typed name, to get the full +5. Which I've got. I got some of those, but I'm not. I guess valuable means anything but glass, probably, right? I hope that's what it means. Yeah, actually, look at this. It seems to be a Boolean thing, a binary thing, valuable or worthless. So anything that's not worthless glass should be valuable, I guess. So yeah, how do I see which ones I formally identify? I guess if it says called, that means I informally identify. Like these guys are all called. Well, let's drop this worthless glass while I'm here. I just realized I had some. So I'm going to take out D and I and drop those. I don't want that garbage. All right, so get those out of the way first of all. And right, so what have I formally identified? All right, these guys are identified. Amethyst. I'll go min-max and see what's the cheapest one. I mean, you don't really have to get that crazy, but I'll do it. So yeah. It's basically among these final four: amethyst, chrysoberyl, citrine, and turquoise. So let's check that out. Amethyst is worth 600. Chrysoberyl is worth 700. Chrysoberyl, I don't know how you say that. Citrine is worth 1,500. That's kind of a lot. And turquoise is worth 2,000. All right, so amethyst wins for being the cheapest valuable gems. Let's take out 2 amethyst. And yeah, I guess I'll just throw them. I mean, I like, for some reason I get, for some reason I don't want to do it until I'm not blind. I don't know if it really matters, but how long does this blindness last though from the yellow light? I don't know. Maybe I should just do it, but it might not say the the message like you see it. Graciously accept your gift or whatever. Well, I guess I should just do it. Oh, could you miss the unicorn and hurt it if you're blind? Would you be more likely to do that? Maybe you're onto something, Dav. Let me step away for a bit. Oh, he says no. You're just messing with me. All right, that's fine. Well, okay, let's just try it. You know what? I would feel better because I don't know if I'm going to get a confirmation message. That's basically what it boils down to. I know I felt uneasy about it, but I'm looking at the wiki just to be sure. Assuming you're not blind, a gem that is worthless, that's a rock crystal will not affect your luck. What does it mean, assuming you're not blind? What if you are blind? If you are blind, the Coal Unicorn catches the gem without gratefully or graciously modifier. Okay, so it sounds like it is just, it doesn't, you can't tell that it's gratefully or graciously because you're blind. But it should still give you the luck, I think. Actually, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to wait till I'm not blind. I don't know. It sounds like it's saying it only works that you have to be not blind. Yeah. I'm coming to that conclusion now, Dev. The gears were turning in my head, but yeah, it seems like you can't be blind. All right, it's a good thing I checked it out. I'm just going to wander around over here. I can just apply the unicorn horn, can't I? You can see again. All right, silly me. All right, let's go to it. Somebody better not be killing that unicorn. I hear noises in the distance. There it is. Dog, you leave that thing alone. Oh my god. So it's very hard to get lined up with a unicorn. They move in weird, erratic ways. No, you stupid freaking dog. Oh my god, what am I going to do with this thing? Christ. I'm going to put it on a leash and get it the hell out of here. I'm going to lead it up the stairs. If he kills that black unicorn. Yeah, I'm bringing it up the stairs. Get over here, dumb dog. It's like having a real dog when they just like do things you don't want them to do, and you're like, no, you go get locked up in the bedroom for now or whatever, or you get locked up outside for a little while. You get tied up outside. Bad dog. Don't ruin my plan here. All right. Honestly, I think it'd be unlikely that it would kill it. The pony is there too, though, unfortunately. I used to have a lot of cats growing up. But yeah, I had a dog. I never had a dog growing up until I met my wife. She came with a dog. And I like having a dog. We might get one again sometime. Anyway, I'm trying to get lined up with the unicorn here, but it's so difficult. They like go out of their way to not be lined up with you. And then they teleport sometimes. It's like part of the mini game of dealing with a unicorn is just trying to get lined up with him. And what is this jerk doing? He's peaceful, right? A peaceful green elf. I'm wondering, is there a way I could like coax him? Maybe if I get him into the corridor. Ah, there we go. All right, here comes an amethyst your way. The black unicorn gratefully accepts your gift. Okay, we have to find where he teleported to. Let's put on the blindfold to check that out. He is down and to the right a bit. Okay. Oh, this pony starts attacking it too. You get away. You get away. Oh, don't fight it. Oh, teleported. Went to the right there. Yeah, I'm really glad I looked up the blindness thing. I mean, I figured at first that couldn't be possibly related to the success of doing this, but it apparently is. Teleported again. Cue the Benny Hill music. Remove the blindfold as we approach. Did I miss it? There it is. Do I need it to be in my line of, like, in my vision? I don't think so, but I'd feel better anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Is it gone again? Yeah. All right. I mean, it's worth the wild goose chase. I mean, I'll catch it eventually. All right. Remove the blindfold. Okay, can I reach it from there? We're lined up perfectly, but it teleported to my left. So it's a matter of, can I throw it that far? We'll see. Throw the amethyst. Hooray! That means my luck should be, given the fact that I had the luck stone that gives 3, and I'm pretty sure I was positive to begin with. I don't think I have any reason to think I was negative. I would say I have a minimum of 13 luck, unless that's the max. Is the max like 15 or something like that? Let me check it out. Well, I should be above 10 nonetheless. Let's put it that way, which is the maximum, basically. Well, the highest possible total luck is 13. All right, I should be at 13, I think. Yeah, there's natural and bonus. Bonus is just determined by the beatitudes of any luck stone. So mine is not blessed, actually. Does that mean it's only a 0? I should probably holy water that, shouldn't I? No, a non-cursed luck stone adds 3 luck. Okay, so it's good, actually. Why did it say, the way it phrased it here, bonus luck on the other hand may be -3, 0, or +3, and is determined by beatitudes of any luck stone. So how could it be 0? Because it says non-cursed, which means non-cursed means uncursed or blessed. Adds 3. Can exceed normal. Curse subtracts 3. Probably not worth worrying about. Could just be sloppy writing. They're not usually sloppy writing in this wiki, though. All right. I'm gonna assume I have greater than or equal to 10 luck. Or for the wizard writing, I think you need greater than or equal to 11, but I think I'm there too. In the magic marker page, I keep drooling over this table for. Where is it? Here it is. You need 11 or higher to get the 98% chance. I think I'm good there, though. For those who missed it earlier, this is the table of your probability of successfully writing an unknown scroll or spell book. So if you have 11 plus luck as a wizard, it's nearly guaranteed. But look at the non-wizard types, so they can barely do it at all. Like if you have this much luck as a non-wizard, sure, you got a 33% chance, but that's the extreme. It's as good as you can get. All right. So yeah, I'm thinking, ooh, we're gonna have some fun now. So what's the next step? I guess to blank some scrolls and stuff, and the spellbook I don't want, and to make some potions into water. So, by the way, I'm curious about this lamp. Maybe before I do anything else, let's rub the lamp. It might be magic. Yeah, I agree, Dav. I want to have the spellbook of Identify for sure. Okay, the lamp did nothing. All right, fine. So yeah, let's blank. I'm going to blank the knock spell. Maybe I'll read it again to refresh my memory. I think that's how it works. Just in case in the off chance I want to use it. I got to be careful here. Gonna lock the doors. Use Elbereth. Make my own little special place here where I can do my thing. Lock that door. Lock that door. Right, Elbereth right here, perhaps, with the Athame. Again, the nice thing about engraving with the Athame is it doesn't dull. Ugh! That fucking mind flare already. It's Dwarf King, okay. Excuse my language. I try to keep it clean, but sometimes it slips out. I was like, I'm about to genocide those jerks, and they decided to come and give me a hard time first. Actually, maybe the Dwarven King is at a quest. He's on a quest to prevent the the madman evil wizard from genociding his race. You couldn't blame him. I mean, that's pretty fair. But let's deal with him. I want to deal with him. Don't kill my horsey, please. Let's just shoot him. Horse bolt. He resists. Resists. You kill him. Scroll of Identify, nice. Wand of Digging, I'll take that. Alright. So let's engrave Elbereth right here. Put one here too. In case they open the door somehow, I don't know. Elbereth all around. Alright. Well, let's get naked now and go skinny dipping. Okay, so what do we want to put in there? We want to get some potions. Midnight Crawl Dab, yeah. Some scrolls I don't care about much. I guess like I don't really care about light. I care about amnesia. Creep monster can sometimes be alright, but I think I'd rather have the blank paper. Confused monster I don't really use very much. Sometimes I like start to go, well, it could situationally be okay. Let's just get the paper. Always write them. Write them again. Scroll of Punishment is garbage. Magic mapping, I kind of like having those. And I guess I'm gonna blank knock. Again, I'm kind of debating about that. But I'll blank out knock and keep the rest, I think. Potion of booze, blank that. Let's get my holy water. Okay, I think that's everything. I wanted to read knock though. I think how it works is I can retain it better if I read it, right? Let's just read knock. Yeah, might as well, right? You already you know not quite well already. Okay, maybe that didn't do anything. I don't know. Okay, now we drop everything but those things that we cared about. So I'm just gonna go through methodically. Yeah, all the weapons go away. That's fine. I have to take off the armor. Let me just do that. Take off the armor. Alright, I got no armor on. Now we drop all things. Drop that. Drop the weapons. Oops. Making typos. Start over. Money. Daggers. Athame. Cloak. Hard hat. Great Dragon Scale Mail. Burnt boots. Keep all of those scrolls. No, I want to oh, let's abort. I gotta put the teleports in my bag of holding. If you just drop them, you risk destroying them every time you pick them up again. So I want to put them in the bag of holding. Alright. Now we will drop money. Daggers. It's just something about this keyboard. I make a lot of typos with it, so I gotta be more careful. All types. All those scrolls. Oh, Identify's got to go in the bag of holding too. All right, Identify goes in the bag of holding. Try again. Money, all those weapons, all those armor. Keeping the scrolls on my person. Keeping the spellbook of knock. Keeping all those potions on my person. I'm gonna drop these rings. Is there any reason to worry about the 2 on my person? I don't like the ones I have on my hands. I don't think so. They wouldn't weigh me down enough, so that shouldn't matter. And they don't go bad in the water, right? Right. STU. I know you can just select the whole type, but I'm just makes me feel better to look at each one carefully. Next, bag of holding and those gems. All right, I'm unencumbered. Should be good. Here goes nothing. You select the whole type by you do like all types, and then you can press, for example, question mark, and that selects all the scrolls like so. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take off the rings. I don't know why. I just have vague paranoia. All right, let's review again. Make sure this is all I got on my person. All right, so I got the 3 potions, spell book, and a whole bunch of scrolls. And none of those scrolls I really want. All right, let's do it. Let's go skinny dipping. Okay, so the spell book blanked. Potion of booze dilutes, but that's it. All right, let's keep going in. Scroll of amnesia fades, and that's it. Now, I wonder if having, I don't think it should work like this, but I wonder if having some things blank reduce the probability of others going blank, because it's like, maybe it does something like 30% of your objects. Like, I don't think it works like that. Let's step in again. All right, your scroll of confused monster fades. 2 potions dilute and a scroll fades. All right, we're getting there. It takes a lot of tries. Now the message makes you nervous because it makes it sound like you risk drowning every time. Right, so like phew, that was close, but it's actually good as long as you're not encumbered. All right, I gotta keep doing this. Potion of boost. So we have to get 1 more potion thing done and 3 more scrolls. Scrolls fade. Cool. That was 2 and 1. So 1 more scroll and 1 more potion, basically. Got the potion. Let's just keep going until we get the scroll of punishment. There it goes. All right, all done. Yeah, cool. Let's pick up stuff. All right. First things first, put on that armor right away. Starting to get hungry, okay. I got a plain spell book. I got all these goodies. Ooh. All right, so next step is to get some holy water, right? It'd be good to get more, but this should be a good batch. Did I only have 3 potions on me? Did I dilute it just now? I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Right, and then I had a couple more in my bag of holding here. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I forgot the scroll of sleeping. I mean, potion of sleeping. I wanted to do that one. I felt like the number was a little wrong. All right, here we go. I'm gonna drop everything again, just to get the potion of sleeping. Okay. Dav says GG. Are you leaving? I'm sorry, I'm not following. That means good game, right? All right, so unfortunately I'm being dumb and I have to drop everything again. But once again, I am going to. Some Elbereth have worn out. Is that so? Elbereth looks good there. Elbereth looks good there. Oh, he was congratulating me. Thank you. Oh no, the idiot pony's here. I should be fine. Right, let me get this damn potion in there. Kind of wish I didn't miss that before, but fine. Put the scrolls in the bag of holding, though. I am hungry. I got to keep an eye on that. Let's just drop shit. The dollars, all the weapons. Ugh. I don't like that the pony might pick stuff up, but it should be fine. Okay, I'm accidentally hitting wrong keys again. U, R, S, X. I know a lot of these types of items you don't have to worry about in the water, but I feel like if I try to get too like laser precision, I will mess it up. Quite frankly. All right, so I have nothing on my person but the potion of sleeping. Let's go. Nothing's happening to the potion of sleeping. It's immune to dilution. Okay, it finally dilutes. We have to get it one more level of dilution. It's just not happening. This is like the most resistant thing in the world. Like, what's going on with this? How many times have I gone in it? 20 times? Finally, all right. Okay, now I can pick up my stuff. I'm nervous with the pony being around. He's picking up just the glass, though, so no harm, no foul, I guess. Think. Right, Wield Magic Bane. What else here? Put stuff back in the bag of holding. What am I gonna do? I need to figure out food actually. Why don't I take a food ration out? That hit the spot. Now let's get unburdened. I don't know what I want to do here. Some. Okay, cool. Dav says you made me want to stream this game, so I'll head out and set that up. That's cool. You stream too. That's nice. Streaming is a lot of fun, isn't it? I mean, it's just cool to chat with people and to show off things that I find cool and fun. Like, hey, let me talk about this game. It's like almost like a lengthy show and tell session. But I am getting tired of making a lot of errors in it here, like just hitting take out of the bag when I meant to do put in and stuff. So I should wrap it up soon. I'm gonna try to wrap it up. It's 11:45 here in New York, and I'll probably wrap this up as soon as I get some cool stuff happening. I don't know. Soon enough, I'll wrap it up. Maybe by midnight or so. All right, let's head over here. Fred's getting bitten by the horse. Vice versa. All right, good night, Dav. Thanks for chatting. It's been fun. And good to meet you. But let's see. Over here, I will do some blessing of water. Got 6 potions called water. Yeah, might as well do it. Should I drink the random cyan potion? I should see what I have left. That might be worth diluting if I can narrow it down to something that sucks. I gotta take a... I don't know if anybody's watching at this point now that Dav is gone, but I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and I'll see you in hopefully 2 minutes if I don't fall in. Okay, be right back. Alright, I have returned. Looks like no current concurrent viewers right now. If you are watching, let me know because it tells me 0 viewers. Alright, that's over with. Sorry about the music being so loud. I just realized it was loud. Alright, yeah, so where was I? I want to see if I could narrow down what this potion is. Potentially, I don't know. It seems like I'm not sure if I can handle that right now. In terms of my personal patience / exhaustion. But I'll take a quick glance perhaps, and that's it. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the thorough checklist here. All right, like too many options. This is what I've identified versus what can exist, basically. Yeah. All right. I'm going to just not drink that for now. It could be something I try to identify. But yeah, that's definitely what I want to do. I'm going to get this holy water going. And then I will try to write the scroll book, spell book of identify. And see if I can just start identifying like mad. That would be a lot of fun. So let's see. Gotta take out the potions of regular water. 6 uncursed potions called water. And I will drop them. And I will pray. That should be it. Cool. You feel Anhor is well pleased. You're surrounded by a golden glow. What does that actually mean, the golden glow? Got a halo. That must be very holy. Golden glow. Oh. This is called a boon. It's a special gift given to you by your god as a result of praying while in good standing. So there's a bunch of random results that could happen. Oh, cool. I could have gotten something better, but this isn't bad. You either regain 1 lost experience level. I don't think I lost an experience level at all. Or otherwise gain 5 maximum hit points, which is great, though. In both cases, your hit points are restored to maximum. Any drained strength is restored, and your nutrition is reset to 900 if it's lower than 900. So cool. So I have 78 hit points. If I rewind my stream just a minute, I can see I had 73 a moment ago. So that's cool. Extra 5. Very nice. And yeah, I do need to wrap up the stream, but yeah, let's make a few cool things happen. I got all these holy water. Is it worth blessing a spell book? Because I don't know what that actually does. So let's check that out. But I'm going to write identify. This is exciting, being able to write some cool stuff. And I want to try to maximize my use of magic marker charges. I think there's a random element to magic marker charges being used. So to some degree, you just kind of have to write and hope for the best. Anyway. What about blessed? What does that actually do for me? A blessed spellbook will always be read successfully. Okay, I mean, I feel like as a wizard who's so smart and everything, it shouldn't be that hard for me to do it. But you know what it does though? The game, yeah, I can always bless it later. As a wizard, the game will give you a warning if you can't handle the spellbook, if it's like above your level or whatever. So what I can always do at that point is, if it gives me that warning, I could bless it. But there's no point to proactively blessing. In other words, let's just write the spellbook now. Plain spellbook. And let's take out ye old magic mark. This is exciting. Nobody's here to watch. Where's Dan the man? Where's Ryan? Where's everybody? Okay, let's get the first magic marker out and just do it. What are you gonna write on the plain spell book? Oh, how do I do this? I just write identify, right? That's all I have to do, I think. And what else could it be? I gotta get the name right. Is it identify, identification? Right. Just identify. All right. Well, let's just write identify. It's exciting. I don't get to do this very much. Like write unknown things. The spellbook warps strangely, then turns dull. For a moment, this sounds like something bad happened. Like I somehow messed it up. But I think the dull is just a random adjective, right? So, yeah, it's just a random description of it. All right. Oh, that's actually interesting. There's a special thing that dull spellbook may cause the player to fall asleep while reading. Huh. But it's still what it is, right? It's still identify, I think. Well, are my pets around? I guess I have my horse near me to protect me. I'll try reading it. Yeah, you had the spell. You had the identify spell to your repertoire. All right, the math is what I expected. 69% chance to fail. But yeah, I'm gonna go crazy with it now. Is there any reason to not just keep blasting away a spell? I guess you lose your power. And I'm pretty sure this is not a cheap spell to cast. Let's check it out. This is exciting. How much does this cost? 15 power. Yeah, so I'm going to be failing a lot. Like basically 2/3-ish of my attempts will fail. So basically it's going to be on average 45 power to pull off one identify. A little more, really. All right, I mean, it's going to be worth it, I think. This is actually quite awesome. I'm going to start with this magic marker. I'm going to try to identify that. Zap, identify, you fail. Okay. Zap, identify. All right, it worked. Let's do the magic marker. I want to see the charges. Boom. 53 charges. Cool. Let's get the other ones identified too. Let's get all these things identified. Woohoo! This is too exciting. Zap, identify, fail. Zap, identify, fail. Oh, this is going to happen sometimes. Fail. Fail. All right, here we go. Let's get the next magic marker identified. Okay, this one has 75 charges. I only have 65 POW. Might be worth putting on the blindfold for a moment just to make sure nothing evil's around who could kill me like this cockatrice. Hold up. Did I leave the holy water on the ground? Yeah, let me pick those up. I mean, the cockatrice is all the way over there, so I'm not too concerned, but it would just be just like NETHACK, though, if I'm like out of all my force bolt capability, and then the cockatrice runs up to me. I'm not too concerned. I'm faster than it. I'm great with daggers. But, you know, better keep an eye on it. Let me take off my blindfold. Okay, let's do some identify. It worked again. Cool. This magic marker is 30. Okay. That one's kind of low on charge, but altogether, that looks like 158 charges worth of magic marker, where each writing actually uses a bunch of them. So, yeah. I do want to write genocide. Whew, that would be fun. But let me think this through a little bit. I do need to hit the hay very soon. Cursed, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to check out. I mean, I don't know what some of these things do. There is something to be said for having some uncursed scrolls, but generally, yeah, just generally make them blessed. I would love to have a pile of 10 blessed paper scrolls. That could be wonderful. Let me think though. What am I trying to do here? Should we just start with some genocide? I guess so. I have a scroll of charging, which is fantastic. I could write another one. Get a blessed scroll of charging. You can charge each magic marker once. Maybe I should start with those and get them out of the way. Eight to 15 ink to write. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do. Part of me thinking I should save one or two, keep them uncursed. Yeah, that might be worth doing. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna separate one of them. And I'll dip. I'll say it is tough. I'll separate two of them, so I have two uncursed. So I guess how do I do this right though? I guess I want to take out 6 and leave 2 in the bag. All right, so now I have 6 blank uncursed scrolls I'll make blessed. Dip into the holy water. All right, those are blessed now. Beautiful. And shoot, let's just do it. Let's write 3 chargings. Well, I guess I already have 1 uncursed charging. I could just bless that one. So I'll write 2 chargings. Let me make sure blessed helps actually. A non-cursed scroll will set your current energy to its maximum. Wait, what? Oh, that's if you're confused. A blessed scroll has a higher probability of increasing the item charges to the maximum. Now, magic markers have a limit of only 1 possible recharge, right? A blessed charge will add 15 to 30 charges, then round up to 50 or 75 if able. Not quite sure of that logic. Does that mean if like you bring it up to 57, it'll just round up to 75? That would be nice. Charges are capped at 127. Okay. All right. It might be worth just making 3 blessed charging, regardless of whether I use them all in the magic markers ultimately. I don't know. I'll start with 2. So I'm gonna write 2 blessed scrolls of charging. And which marker do I want to use? The one with 75, 30, or 53? I feel like I might be getting too much into min-maxing territory, but let's see. Ink to write is 8 to 15. I'll be fine. I'll just start with the one that's lowest, I guess. Okay, so we're going to apply magic marker right on blessed unlabeled scrolls. What do you want to write? Charging. Scroll of charging slips out of your grasp? What the heck did that happen? It looks like it's there and good, but why did that happen? I'm checking into this. Slips out of your grasp. Yeah, that makes me immediately think of like cans of grease and stuff, but why would that be relevant? It says, oops. The scroll of charging slips out of her. Oh, you know what that might be? That might be a weird edge case, like my pack is completely full because I'm using all the slots, so it drops. That's something to be careful of, though, because that's not great. I mean, I'm risking picking it up now, and it could possibly disintegrate, unless blessing prevents that. I don't know. But let's put a couple of things in the bag of holding, I guess. Some of these rings I don't care about too much right now, maybe. I could definitely care about conflict later. All right, so I got the blessed scroll of charge. Let's write another one. And that used 8 charges, which I think was the low end of how much you could possibly use. Yeah, 8 to 15. That's good. Good luck right there. Should I be blessing these magic markers? No. That just makes scrolls always blessed. All right, so I'm going to use the next charges in this magic marker. We're going to write another scroll of charging. Oh, yeah, we got 2 blessed scrolls of charging. That's great. I'm going to start genociding now. Genocide. I bet that uses a lot of charges. Yeah, 15 to 29. That's fine, though. So 15 to 29 means I don't want to use this one. I think. What happens if you run out? Is it just use up all the charges and I don't get the scroll? Or would it use them all up and I still get the scroll? I don't think it would be the latter. The marker has fewer than X over 2 charges, which is the lower bound of how many it could use. You will not even attempt to write the specified item. Your marker is 2 divided right there. Okay, so it won't let you do it if there's no way you could cover the minimum. But what if you could cover the minimum? Yeah, if it had between X over 2 and X minus 1, but so between the minimum number and the max number, basically, you will attempt to write. If it turns out it's not enough, the item will be useless and the marker will lose all its remaining charges. All right, so you don't want to do that. You lose the scroll and you finish all the charges. So that's no good. All right, but let's just write it. We need to have I'm just gonna do a few genocides and then call it a night. But I would love to get him. I need to have 29 for each expected, basically. So yeah, I can probably do like 3 of them, like I've been thinking about, maybe 4. I'll see how it goes with charge usage. Okay, I'm gonna apply Y to write on one of my blank blessed scroll. That's D. Here goes nothing. Genocide, baby. Oh yeah, blessed scroll label R not and R not. It's so cool that you could just do this as a wizard. I think I haven't done this in so long that I might have even forgotten that you can do it. Right. So what should we start with? I wish I had an audience here. This is the exciting part. This is what I've been dreaming of for so long. So people can always watch the archive here. But yeah, let's start with those nasty mind flayers. I hate them. You know, liches, I'm not gonna find them till later. So I'm gonna wipe out all of lowercase h. And being an elf, that would not include me. I'm just reciting that just to be sure. Here we go. You have found a scroll of genocide. What class of monster do you wish to genocide? Lowercase h. This is crazy. Look at this. Wiped out all hobbits. Wiped out all dwarves. Wiped out all bugbears. Wiped out all dwarf lords. Wiped out all dwarf kings. Wiped out all mind flayers. Wiped out all Master mind flare. Yeah. Yeah. As Ryan said earlier, I'm far too excited to genocide things. All right. Cool. Wiped out all hobbits. Wow. I'm going to copy and paste this just to share this with Ryan in the chat server that we hang out in sometimes. Charge! Scroll of charging. Don't mind me, I'm just losing my mind here. Okay, I'm gonna write some more. How many did that use? What did I have? 70 something? I think it used quite a few charges. I think it used 20 something. So not really ideal in that regard, but oh well. Alright, I'm gonna do 2 more for now. I think 2 more genocides. I'll do the sea monsters and the liches. How many did that one use? Oof, it's really hurting me on charges. I can only get 2 out of that marker. I'll have to use the 3rd one. Alright, let's do it. This one will be the liches. Wiped out all arch liches. Wiped out all demi liches. Wiped out all master liches. Wiped out all arch. Did I say arch liches twice? I don't care. I'm tired. Woohoo! Once again, I'm going to copy and paste this for the sake of it. For the sake of awesome. La 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 la. Yes, this is beautiful. Okay, I kind of don't like how many charges I'm using though, but that's life maybe. Yeah, I'll do 1 more and I'll call it a genocidal evening. So we have 2 more blessed unlabeled scrolls. Excuse me. Ooh. I'm gonna apply capital M right on capital D. Genocide. Read A. Wipe out semicolons. Wiped out all jellyfish. Poor jellyfish. Wiped out all piranha. Wiped out all sharks. Wiped out all giant eels. Wiped out all electric eels. Wiped out all krakens. Release the kraken. No, genocide the kraken. Can't believe I'm making it happen when nobody's here. This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna be done with genociding for now. Although there's definitely things worth genociding. Probably uppercase R at some point. Alright, yeah, I'm so low on charges between the 3 at this point. I mean, I wish you could sort of stack them up, but alas. That's not how it works. Yeah, should I just save it here? Do I want to like poke around a little more? Try a couple more zaps of identify, perhaps? What's in my bag that I would really love to identify? Not like a million things I'd love to identify. Let's, I don't know. Like, what do I start with? What about Magic Bane? Just so I can say for sure that it has a +1 or whatever it has. For some reason, I think it has a +1, but it might not. I gotta go to bed though. Failed to cast a spell. All right, Magic Bane. Tell me what that is. Oh, it's a +3. That's great. Did I know that? I don't know. Did I use an enchant weapon on it? Do I even know enchant weapon? I don't know enchant weapon. Interesting. Take something out. I want to take out this scroll that's enchant armor or remove curse. Identify fails. Identify fails. You know, it's only costing me 7 per usage. I thought it was more. Maybe because of my intelligence or something like that. D. Enchant armor scroll. That's good. All right, I gotta go to bed. So I was a fun genocidal maniac. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with identify. I might need to come up with a rule of thumb because I'm pretty much gonna continuously want to identify, but I should probably not let my power go below a certain threshold, or I could be caught off guard, and get into trouble. I won't have any power when the cockatrice or whoever comes. Let's put on my blindfold real quick, by the way. All right. I'm going to leave this on so when I restore the game, I don't forget that there's a cockatrice afoot. But yeah, it's worked out great. Again, once again, I got the luck stone. This is exactly what I was hoping to do when I started the game. Got the luck stone, which gave me some luck and eliminates luck timeout. I got that was from completing No Mishmar. I found the black unicorn, threw it 2 valuable gems, got my luck really cranked up so I could write stuff with the magic markers that are unknown. I blanked out a bunch of potions and scrolls. Yeah, and I've got, a bunch of charges still. I mean, I have 18, 12, and 24. It's a lot less than 120 something I said I had a little while ago, but overall, if you add these up, it would take you to what, 54. And I do have the 3 scrolls of, or the 2 blessed scrolls of charging I can still use. I feel like I might as well just go and use them. We'll see though. Let's put some things in the bag of holding that we want to protect, like these scrolls. So consider what I want to do later. I might want to consider doing enchant armor, possibly blessing, and I have to look at the math of that. With the enchanting armor, you want to make sure you don't go below the limit of what the armor can handle. Yeah. All right, I'm still burdened. I'm gonna try to get myself unburdened before I wrap it up. I don't know, what else can I put in here? The glass orbs. Those are heavy as heck. Horn. All right, now I'm good. All right, well, that's it. And yeah, that was a productive NetHack session. Wow. But I'm gonna call it a night, and I might resume this tomorrow. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna try to cram in 2 NetHack streams this week to move it along a little better, a little faster, and maybe in general, anytime I have some time during the week, I'll try to squeeze in an extra stream so that I'm not doing NetHack just for like the next half year. All right, but that's all for tonight. Thanks, anybody who might be watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Be seeing you, as they say in NetHack land.